quadruple charge.
To me, next season we can win the quadruple. People might not laugh. The people absolutely. Listen, and the reason why I say that is because for Leicester to win the league, that means anything can happen.
Trophies are Arsenal going to win this season, and which ones?
We're going to win 2. We're going to win the FA Cup and the Premier League.
Up the Gunners!
Dominant in the Premier League, and the FA Cup we always seem to win.
The best team in England. We're in the league, we're in the Champions League, we're in the FA Cup, and whatever the Milk Cup is called these days. We're going to do a lot. We're going to do all 4 of them, pals. At least 2.
I think that Arsenal is going to do well in the Champions League. In the Champions League and the Premier League. This is the time to get the trophy.
They will win the Champions League, the Premier League, and the FA Cup. We're going to win them all, mate. Every single one of them. Champions League, Premier League, League Cup, FA Cup. Done. FA Cup, Premier League, and Champions League. And why? Best team in the land.
All you Ladbroke fans and everybody else who support the Arsenal, we're not in the mix anymore. We are sailing across with something special this year.
Welcome back to Northside, LDN. What the hell is going on? There we go. I don't know what was going on there. It was looping. Welcome back to Northside, LDN. Big up to everyone locked in. What am I getting playback from? Why am I getting playback? Hold on. There we go. I figured it out. Welcome back, family, to Northside LDN. Today, Arsenal 4, Leeds 0. And listen, first 30 minutes, I can't lie, I thought this was going to be a bore fest. I thought that it was a bore fest. It was a snooze fest. I can't lie. The way we started off that game wasn't good enough. I'll be real. Very frustrating. It looked very cagey for the first 30 minutes. And then after, when Zubimendi gets his header, great cross from Madueke. Very good cross from Madueke. Zubimendi takes it on really well. Good header by Zubimendi. That's when the game started opening up. That's when the game started getting better. All of a sudden, we actually started opening them up. Leeds didn't really offer anything. They were making it difficult for us with a low block. And that's when we started getting more into the game. I think Calvert-Lewin, let's get into this. I think Calvert-Lewin was very lucky not to at least get a yellow card for that high studs on Gabriel Magalhaes. I think he was very lucky not to get carded at all. But ultimately, like I've always said, if you put the game to bed, ultimately the referee and all these other decisions, they're irrelevant because the team turns up. And this is what I keep saying. We turned up today. And like I said, 30 minutes wasn't good. I can't lie. Before that goal went in, Zubimendi goal went in, we were not playing well. We looked out of ideas. The movement was stale. We were just keeping the ball for ball's sake. I was thinking it's going to be a frustrating game. I'm so happy I don't need to be vexed today. Big up to everyone that is joined from Lee's channel. Big up Lee for the raid. Make sure you're subscribing. If you live under a rock, make sure you're subscribing to Lee Gunner. But yeah, I thought it was going to be a very frustrating game. I can't lie, up until the 30th minute, I was thinking, yo, this is just looking very robotic, very samey, the same old lackluster Arsenal. But big up to the team, they did pick it up. And then there was a corner by Madueke, and he curled it into the goal. The goalkeeper tried to punch it out. He actually ends up punching it into his net. Very good corner for Madueke. Do you know what I'm saying? Very good corner for Madueke. Goes down as an own goal as the goalkeeper punches it back into his own net. So after that, we went into the second half. And you're thinking, okay, 2-0. That second half wasn't amazing. But Zubimendi and Madueke, Madueke with 2 assists. And you're looking at it going, yo, Madueke's turning up today. Zubimendi took his shot, to be fair. I didn't see anything, no stupidness from Zubimendi. I was thinking, okay, cool, we're going to the second half. Let's see if we can pick it up. And we did pick it up. I think we're much better in the second half, even though we went into the second half 2-0 up. There was a Trossard to Gyökeres through on goal. The shot got blocked. To be honest, that was the one opportunity Gyökeres should have buried. To be fair to him, I'm happy that he's back on, in scoring ways and getting goals again. But that was an opportunity. That was a really good ball from Trossard into Gyökeres through on goal, and his shot gets blocked by the defender. I felt like you should have done better there. You should be burying those opportunities. Maybe it's just a lack of confidence. Obviously, it's been a very frustrating time for Gyökeres at Arsenal. Very kick and start and very frustrating for various reasons. mainly because of the way we play football. And that leads me into, the Martinelli low cross into Gyökeres. Martinelli's the only player right now that I feel like is consistently understanding where Gyökeres wants to go. He understands what kind of service he wants. Against Inter Milan, that through ball, do you know what I'm saying? So he's through on goal. You're looking at the low cross today. Like, he understands on the counter and what kind of crosses that Gyökeres wants to feed off. Those low crosses when he's running off the shoulder of the defender, you know what I mean? Giving him through balls straight off the shoulder of the centre-back as soon as he's on the break. He seems to be the one that I'm picking up. The only player that I'm consistently seeing is picking up Gyökeres and actually is getting him firing and giving him the service that he wants. So hopefully we continue doing that, because I feel like that's something that we could potentially build off of. Martinelli bringing through Gyökeres. I like Trossard, but Trossard doesn't seem to find Gyökeres the same way that Martinelli does. And that third goal, you know what I mean? That low cross from Martinelli into Gyökeres and he just hits it off his knee. That's the type of service that Gyökeres wants. You know what I mean? Or that through ball that Martinelli provided him the other day when he was through on goal. So I feel like that's something that we could maybe continue, because he seems to be the one player that off instinct he understands how Gyökeres wants to receive the ball. So it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? It is what it is. He's the only one. Eze's not finding him like that. We're going to get into 29, because 29 today was absolutely horrendous. I can't lie. He was absolutely shambolic. I feel like that guy was trying to do the invisible cloak off of Harry Potter. That's that type of performance. Invisible cloak. I did not see anything from Havertz today. Nothing. And that's why I didn't gas him against Kai Havertz, because it's easy to do it against Kai Havertz. Do it against Leeds in the Premier League. Yeah, they're a team that's newly promoted, but turn up the same way. You didn't. And this is Leeds. Didn't replicate that form, didn't replicate that performance that you put up against Kai Havertz. Very poor from Kai Havertz. Let's just keep it real. Extremely poor. I feel like he was our worst player. I can't even lie. Trossard was rubbish today, but so was 29. I feel like I can't name one thing Havertz did today. I can't name one thing that he did today of any note at all in the whole game. You know, and some people may say he's coming back from injury, but I'm sorry, bro. This is why I don't overhype players off of one performance. You got to give me a lot more performances before I'm going to gas you up. But like I said, there was a corner where Timber headed it over the bar. He should have buried that opportunity. Obviously, Gyökeres scores his goal. Jesus had 2 chances before his goal. He had 2 chances he should have scored from. There was one in the box, he kicked it far. And there was another chance where his header went straight to the goalkeeper. But then Ødegaard passes to Jesus on the counter-attack. Jesus beats the defender really, really well, creates that goal really well. Little cut back, then puts it on his stronger foot, kicks it, boom, nice goal. Back of the net, nice, easy goal, makes it 4-0. And it just turned out to be a very easy game for Arsenal to just breeze past and get back to winning ways. So ultimately for me, I think the substitutions like Jesus came on, his impact was straight away, which is good. He looks like he's fighting for his place. And big up to Jesus, you scored your goal. You know what I'm saying? I can give praise to players that I think aren't good enough, but I can give them, praise off of performances. Like I said, Kai Havertz against Kai Havertz. Today, Kai Havertz was absolutely horrendous. But Jesus came on, instant impact. Did really, really well. Really well. Martinelli came on, provided an assist for Gyökeres. I think the substitutions from Arteta today were the correct ones. I think he made the correct substitutions and those players came on and affected the game. I think they did really well. Apart from Ødegaard, that cross from Ødegaard, that low cross, I don't know what I don't even know what you even called it. It wasn't even a cross. The free kick, I don't know what Ødegaard was doing, but I'm not even going to talk about Ødegaard. I can't even be bothered. Kai Havertz, though, once again, shambolic from Kai Havertz, you know what I mean? Shambolic, not building off the performance against Kai Havertz. Really, really poor from Kai Havertz today. Madueke, for me, man of the match. I think the way he was going forward, his goal from the corner, his assist as well. You know what I mean? I think Madueke did really, really well. That was a great cross into Zubimendi. Madueke played really, really well today. Trossard was absolutely trash today. Absolutely trash. I didn't see Trossard do anything. Do you know what I mean? Anything. A really poor by Trossard standards. Gyökeres, I hope we can just build off of that and keep and keep giving him that service. Declan Rice and Zubimendi, I felt, did well. I didn't think they really did much wrong. To be fair, Leeds didn't really do much. Gabriel and Saliba dealt really well with Calvert-Lewin. He was trying to rough him up, trying to make it physical. And they just, it was easy. You know what I mean? They just dealt with him easy. Timber was good. Hincapié was fine. I don't think Hincapié was that bad. I think Hincapié did well. The goalkeeper did well. So all in all, most of the players did well. I think it was mainly Havertz and Trossard that were really, really poor today. That I just didn't see anything. Do you know what I mean? Anything. And I think for two different reasons, we need to start Martinelli. We need to start Madueke for two different reasons. I think we need to start Martinelli because he seems to be the player that consistently looks for Gyökeres. So I feel like right now Martinelli is actually finding Gyökeres on a consistent basis and actually getting involved in the game. So just for that, I feel like Martinelli has to start. You know what I mean? He needs to start. So I'd like to see that continue. Also, I'd like to see Madueke start on the right hand side. I feel like he's actually not playing as robotic as some other players. I know Saka's injured at the moment, but I feel like he's actually bringing he's bringing the directness that we need. Do you know what I mean? And he's actually doing stuff that are a bit more off the cuff, where Saka in the team's very robotic. Other players, Trossard's not playing well. And so I feel like Madueke needs to play just for that. Right now, he needs to be starting, even though I'm not a fan of Madueke. I feel like he needs to start. And Martinelli needs to start to get the best out of Gyökeres. Do you know what I mean? That number 10 role still out for grabs. I don't think Ødegaard came on and was that great. I think he was okay. I don't think he was that great. There was still some times where it was very frustrating. Like I said, I'm not seeing a captain's performance from him. But yeah, Eze needs to step up. You know what I mean? And Kai Havertz is not building off the performance that he had against Kai Havertz. So I think the number 10 role's up for grabs. Zubimendi, let's just be real. He's not the player if you're going to go up against a team that's physical, direct, and likes to press you. So it's one of them ones. So I think that's what we need to do going forward and continue to score goals from open play. Overall, it was a good performance. I don't want to see this team. Falling asleep for 30 minutes though. Especially we're going forward in the Champions League. We'll soon be into the crunch end of the season. You can't be not turning up for 30 minutes and then thinking that you can switch it back on. Today, Leeds didn't do anything. They didn't punish us. But we've got better and bigger opposition coming up, and we can't be falling asleep for 30 minutes thinking that you could just get back into the game and substitutions are just going to put the game to bed. You need to be performing for 90 minutes. This has still been a common theme with Arsenal. You know what I mean? So we need to improve in that aspect, in my opinion. But today was the response I wanted to see after the Man United game. I'm still not totally in love with the way that we play football. I think we have moments where we play well, but like I said, 30 minutes was horrendous. You know what I mean? I have no problem in scoring this team scoring set pieces. Just don't solely rely on set pieces. I think the Jesus goal shows that we can play well in open play if we take the shackles off. Even the Martinelli cross into Gyökeres, like this team can play well in open play if allowed to do so. So let's just continue doing that. You know, and look, we scored the set pieces. Like I said, I don't mind the set piece goals. I just don't want our whole game plan to be based around set pieces alone. That should be an extra, not the main course. So that's my only thing. And like I said, today, we could not turn up for 30 minutes and be okay. But we got bigger matches coming up. You ain't going to be able to just switch off like that. Big up to Shane, man, for the raid. Big up to Shane for the raid every single time. Big up to Shane. And yeah, man, overall, like I said, I still, there's a lot of players that still need to work very hard to get back into the team. I'm liking, what was it? Yeah, man, big up North. We did it. Still kind of boring on to Chelsea. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like the first 30 minutes was boring. Then the game actually started picking up. Then we actually started looking better. Going up against Chelsea in our next game, I know that's in the Carabao semi. You can't just switch off for 30 minutes and then think you're gonna get back into the game. Because we will be punished if we, don't turn up for 30 minutes. So this is what I mean. You take away the good today. There is a lot of good from today. Madueke showing some good form, some good assists. You know what I mean? And you see Martinelli bringing Gyökeres into the game. Gyökeres being on the score sheet. Hopefully that works for his confidence. You're seeing Jesus come off the bench and looking hungry to assert himself in the game. Martinelli looking hungry to assert himself in the game and make an impact. And that's you take those positives. You know what I mean? Certain goals that we scored today, you can see that we can play a lot better and open. But I already knew this from a long time that we can play like this. So you take those positives, and I want to see that going forward into the Chelsea game. Now the negatives for me is not turning up for 30 minutes. The negatives for me is Kai Havertz cruising the whole time he's on the pitch. Yeah? These are the negatives I don't want to see. Trossard not doing anything to affect the game. Those are the three negatives I don't want to continue seeing. So I can take the positives, you know, for all the people that say, oh, you're complaining. I'm not complaining. I can take away the good, and I can also analyze the bad and say we need to work on that. It's called constructive criticism. I hope nobody gets in their feelings. I know these days everyone gets very, very emotional when you start giving out constructive criticism. Today, overall, I'm happy. But there are aspects still that I don't want to continue going forward because we ain't playing Leeds every day. And going up against Chelsea, unfortunately, us switching off, which is what we did for the first 30 minutes, us switching off is what allowed Garnacho to have 2 goals for there to only be a goal left in this tie against Chelsea in the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. So this is where the lack of concentration starts working against us. So hopefully we can turn up for 90 minutes, that we actually put in a good performance. Today, like I said, we got away with it. You're not going to get away with it against Chelsea. Sleep for basically, practically, the first half against Chelsea. And what do you think is going to happen? Do you know what I mean? So that's what we need to build off. That's what I want to see this team build off. But we'll see, man. Yo, big up, man. What you saying, man?
I want you, first of all, big up Jadil as well. Big up the chat as well. I want you, first of all, to apologize to me about Madueke.
Never.
Is it time to apologize?
Never.
Now you're just being stubborn. This is the thing.
You want me to apologize to a player off of one performance? But that's like me. But then I can say to you, I can say to you then, okay, apologize to me about Kai Havertz because he turned up in the previous game but didn't turn up today. What are we doing?
Listen, man. This is the thing. He actually didn't do nothing. Havertz didn't do anything this game. But listen, man, we played better. Let's be real. With Madueke on that right hand side, I know that his in product isn't really there, but I'm telling you, bro, like this guy's better than Saka right now. It is what it is. People need to understand. Mandem, in the chat, you have to understand. It is time for Madueke to play. It can't be Saka. It just can't be. Every time he comes on, we look more. He's more dangerous. Yes, he gets you more corners as well. We're set piece FC, right? He gets you more corners as well. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's a plus as well. Every time he gets the ball, he can 1-on-1. You know how he is. He's dangerous 1-on-1. Saka can't do that, bro. Saka's very predictable. You know, shuffle to the side, throw into the box. That ain't gonna work. So today, even if they try to low block at first or mid block or whatever they're trying to play, it didn't work out. Everything was coming from the right hand side. Trossard barely touched the ball. Let's be honest. Yeah, better than taking corner. I don't know about that one, Maestro. He just scored today. Nah, the goalkeeper was terrible for that one. That was a terrible. But listen, overall, man, the first 30 minutes, like you said, wasn't the best. But after that, I feel like we created today. Both for the first goals are set pieces. Surprise, bro. There's no surprise there. That's a plan A. It's just plan A work today. But what I liked is Gyökeres getting a goal. You know, because you need your striker to get a goal, bro. You need your striker to get a goal, and he's our striker right now. Gabriel Jesus came and he missed the sitter. Declan Rice gave it there. That was on a plate. The first one. Then the second one. That's the thing about Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus only scores the chances. But when it comes to the easy one, he can't score. So you can't really rely on him. But we 4-0, bro. I'm happy. Performance-wise, I don't think it's any different to the performance before that or performance before that. But it's just that today we had more mobile players on the pitch. Do you know what I'm saying? So we had, and I like that Zubimendi's playing the number 8. I feel like Arteta listened to us on that one, because if you watch, sometimes Declan Rice is kind of like dropping into the number 6, and Zubimendi's up there trying to create. Adam, I don't know. I want an apology from all the man them that were with me on the starting XI. They were like what 10? We were 10, so 9 of them. I want an apology from all you lot. You know what I'm saying? You told me that Saka's a better option. I'm telling you, bro. He ain't, bro. And you see it. I'm just ahead of the wave right now. I'm just a little bit ahead. Why?
Don't you think though, like Zubimendi was like he the thing is he didn't do anything bad, but he didn't do anything great in my opinion. Like when he was on the ball, I was watching him in the first. I'm like, you haven't made a forward pass, bro. You haven't made a progressive pass. Like people say that he's a great passer of the ball, but I'm like, I don't see no progression with the way that he passes the ball. I saw him doing the Ødegaard thing, just keep it ticking. I'm just like, bro. Like for all the hype he gets to, Zubimendi's a great passer of the ball. I don't see it. Do you remember a pass that he created something? I feel
like Zubimendi's lost confidence. You know, the Premier League shocked him. The physicality in this league and how fast you need to be on that ball, it kind of shocked him. That's why he's always playing the safe pass. So me, you, Jalil, the chat can't really say anything negative about him. So he's just giving you like 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10. Do you know what I'm saying? So if I was to ask you to rate Zubimendi today, it will be between 5 and 6, right? Jalil, you agree?
Yeah,
5 and 6, something like that.
He didn't do anything wrong, but I didn't think he was spectacular at all. I just felt like he was just competent.
Like, I know he got his goal, but did he really do a lot? Not a lot, really. He didn't really do a lot after the goal. Nothing really. So I'll give him a 6. Roughly like 6 out of 10 will be fine.
Yeah, he got his goal, but like his overall play, like, cool, you get the goal. I give you praise for getting the goal. Like, it was a good header. Cool. And you was in the right position at the right time. Cool. But overall, I was just like, cool. Leeds didn't really do anything. Like, Gabriel and Saliba were manhandling, flipping Calvert-Lewin. He couldn't even get any possession. He couldn't even hold up the ball. Do you get what I'm saying? So Zubimendi didn't. And I'm like, okay, cool. You don't have to defend today. But what did you create? I didn't really see you creating anything.
Are you seeing Declan Rice drop into the 6, North? Are you seeing it, or are you seeing kind of like Declan Rice trying to drop into the 6?
I just feel like I'm just feel like it was just it was an okay performance. Like it was an okay performance from him. I don't especially. Do you know what it is as well? Obviously, behind my criticism as well, not only is what he's done bad before, but the hype that he's been put on is like, okay, I expect more. Because of the conversations man put him in. Better than Partey, better than, do you know what I mean? So when I look at him, I'm like, Partey would provide me more. But it's calm, innit? Like, I'm not onto him today. Don't worry, I'm not onto him. I know some people are going to be upset with Zubi. I know there's a lot of Zubi Avengers out there. They don't like him. You can't chat about him, you know what I'm saying? So,
Zubimendi's protected, yeah? He's protected.
He's very protected around here. You know what I'm saying? He's very protected. He's very protected, bro. You can't mention
it's
him.
It's an illness.
You mentioned
it's an illness.
Kendrick, bro. You're gonna have like 6 diss songs, bro. This track's coming up. This track, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
It's crazy. It's crazy. Attachment to the players is just crazy. It shows you today, bro. Like you can't have attachment to these players when it's time for you to sit down on the bench. It's okay. It's okay to sit down on the bench. Why I'm saying Zubimendi better going forward, because Zubimendi, like you said, great. I'm not seeing it, but still, he's a better passer going forward than Rice. Rice, in some games where they're going to play a low block, you can't utilize Rice in that number 8. Unless we're playing the teams that's attacking us, then you can maybe play Rice. But if they're sitting back, you can't play Rice in that number 8. And that's why we don't create from open play. It's because it's Rice and Ødegaard at the same time. That's why we look way better from open play when you see what's his name, Madueke playing. Is this a better performance for open play, in your opinion, compared to the other games that we've? Obviously, it's not the level that we want. 1 billion, you should get way more. But what do you think? Do you think we play better from open play with Madueke on that right?
Yeah. We definitely played better. Like I said, I just feel like he's just this version of Saka that we've seen this season. Madueke is better than this version that we've seen of Saka this season. Yeah, I mean, I still feel like Saka's the better player, but I'm not seeing it on a consistent basis. So going off of form, I know Saka's injured right now, but going off of form, Madueke has been more effective. You know what I mean? Even though he's not the answer, like for me going forward, if we're really serious, it looks like we're not going to get anybody else in. He's the more informed player. Yeah, he's a more informed player.
We need. Look, this is the thing. Yeah, when you're going up against teams that low block, you need someone to take on players. You need someone to take out 2 players from that low block to create more space for Gyökeres, for Havertz, for Ødegaard, for Rice, or whatever. He's the one that will create that space. Trossard can pick a pass. He's techie like that, you know what I'm saying? But Madueke is a different kind of ball. We need someone to give us that pace. We need someone to take away 2 players, 3 at the same time. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the thing. Saka don't do that. Saka wants ball to the feet, and what's his name? Trossard wants ball to the feet same way. That's why it ends up U-shaped football. Today we didn't play U-shaped football. Do you get me?
I told man that Madueke is better than Saka.
No, I have to. They didn't take me serious when I told them first time. I gotta get famous off of this. Come on, North. Who saw it? Who in the YouTube game saw it before me? Who? No one. No one saw it before me, bro. Why? It's because I'm looking at Saka right now and I'm like, I'm sorry, bro. It's time for you to sit down. You're not giving us anything going forward. You're not even scoring. You used to be that guy like to get that GA or what. You're not even getting the GA. So it's like Salah and Liverpool. I would bench you. Do you know what I'm saying? You're not giving anything to the team. What does he really give when you think about it? Do you know what I'm saying? It's nothing. There's nothing there. Why? Ødegaard for Havertz today, even though Havertz didn't do anything, but it's still more free-flowing football than when Ødegaard's on the pitch. Do you get what I'm trying to say here? Havertz and Madueke aren't the answer, and we shouldn't have them after 1 billion spent. But like, that's the thing. We need to play the best players right now. Do you get me? Yeah. Benji, you know, bro. Benji, you've been listening, bro. You've been listening. You know what I'm saying? This is the thing. I'm level-headed now. I'm the level-headed Arsenal fan right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm being level-headed back.
Calm down.
But that's the thing, bro. Like, if we want to play against, look, if you don't play a low block, if the other team's not playing a low block, if you go against a City or whatever, you want to play Saka, I understand. Cool, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Even though, in my opinion, he shouldn't play at all. At all. For the next 4 games, I'll give Madueke 4 games. If nothing happens, then I'll bring back Saka. Do you get what I'm trying to say? In my opinion, Max Dalman should play there. 17, 18, 16, 12, don't matter. If you're good, you're good. It just doesn't matter. Really, when you think about it, bro, it just doesn't matter, bro. Max Dalman is the best attacking option that we have right now. I repeat, man, them. Nobody, no, not nobody. Lee said it as well. Me and Lee told you, man, that he's the best attacking option right now. Max Dalman is. Max Dalman will open up those low blocks. You'll see. You'll see what I'm trying to say. I know he's injured. I know. But like after he comes, you'll see. You'll see what this guy will bring to this team. How much we've gassed Saka. We just gave him 300k. Look, I repeat. Man, them, everybody here that's a working man, listen to me carefully. 300k a week. Yeah,
mad PR he gets, bro, is embarrassing. Have you seen the PR that he gets online? It's crazy. It's just the Saka PR, bro. The PR in this English media is the problem, bro. Bellingham, the PR is just the mad.
Jalil, do you know why I say Madueke? This is the thing. Everybody was gassing Saka like he was. I heard that he's like. Some people who say he's better than Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal gets 9 goals a season, right? He's better than Lamine Yamal. Cool, right?
I've been heard he's better than Bale.
You look at Saka, yeah. This is what I'm telling them by saying Madueke's better. Madueke's a joke, right? Everybody was laughing when he came. Everybody was like, "Yo, bro, this guy can't play for Arsenal." You know what I'm saying? He's not on the level, right? He's showing you right now that he's better than Saka. So all them years that they told us that we're gonna build a team around Saka, all them years, we found out. Bonus 100k. Look at that. The working man. Are you seeing this? Are you see 100k? That 100k goes to taxes. So he's getting like 300k, no tax straight away, bro. That's the thing. That's the thing about it, bro. Like I'm trying to tell you, like his level is so needy. It's crazy. It's crazy right now. He's like a 5 out of 10, bro. He's gone. Saka's gone, bro. Madueke's playing better than you. Then there's a huge problem. There's a huge problem if Madueke's playing better than you. A huge problem. But man, listen, it's not about here we go. No. It's not about.
Who played well for you today? Who are the players that played well for you today?
Oh man, I'm gonna give it to Madueke. The whole back line, obviously, always our defenders are always on point. I'll be real. Right, did his thing. Rice, Zubimendi, and Havertz were all right. You know, they were all like 5'6". Didn't really see.
You think Havertz had a good game?
He didn't.
Because I feel like Rice and Zubimendi did better than Havertz. I think Havertz was our worst player today. I can't lie to you.
But
Havertz didn't do anything. For me, that's my opinion, innit? I thought Havertz didn't do anything. I can't remember one opportunity or nothing from Havertz today.
He had nothing to do, Havertz. He didn't really create a lot, really, when he came up, when he started the game. Everyone's talking about that Kairat Almaty game when he scored. But what did he do today? Like, I'm going to give him like a 4 out of 10 because he wasn't that great for me.
Bro, the team were bypassing him. Khawaja, I agree with Khawaja, bro. The team were bypassing him because he wasn't doing anything. He was losing the ball, wasn't creating anything, wasn't taking any shots, wasn't driving with the ball, didn't pick out any passes. Like, we just bypassed him, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, he did absolutely nothing. Him and Trossard, bro. Like, Trossard did one good through ball onto Gyökeres, which he should have buried. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not gonna, he should have. Gyökeres should have scored that. Come on, like you're through on goal. That's the type of pass that you're looking for, and you don't bury that. Cool, but then he put it. Okay, got his goal in the end. So calm. I'm not gonna, grid him.
I can't lie. He did f that up, bro. How did he catch you, bro? Like Tommy Egan needs to listen. He either needs to lose weight or lose the timbers, bro. I don't know, lose something. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't understand how this guy. He's getting caught every time. I don't understand. Gyökeres getting caught every time. But what I like about Gyökeres is one thing. He's always in the right place, the right time. Always right place, right time. But like you said, bro, like Gyökeres again, it's I don't know. I feel like Madueke is the best player on the pitch today. I feel like Madueke. My man of the match is Madueke. I'll be real. The others were all meaty. They were all right. Not all meaty. They were all right. Apart from maybe Havertz was the weakest link in that midfield. They didn't. You know us, bro. We're not. When it comes to open play, when it comes to football, we're not the best. We're not the best at it, bro. I'll be real. This system is fit for the defenders. It's not fit for these attackers, bro. Thank God we got set pieces. Shout out to the set piece coach, by the way. Shout out to the set piece coach. I feel like he's doing an amazing job. I feel like is it 31 set pieces and is it 31 or something like that or 29 or? Do you know what I'm saying? Like shout out to the set piece coach. Like he's doing an incredible job. He's doing most of our goals. Like
he's the one that deserves a pay rise.
Tell him, bro. Hey, listen, set piece coach. If you hear this, come. We'll make you money. We'll make you money, bro. I'm gonna be your agent. Bro. I swear to God, he deserves a pay rise, North. He deserves a pay rise.
What about the throwing coach? I thought the throwing coach was. Did anyone think? But what about the throwing coach? I thought
he's on Facebook. Just come to the club, bro. Don't be negative.
Don't be toxic. He just joined. Give him a year.
It takes time.
Arteta told us 2 years to implement a style. That's what he told us. 2 years.
Why is Khawaja looking for negatives? Why is he looking for negatives?
Khawaja, we won 4-0. We won 4-0.
I'm just saying because we should be scoring more goals, because Lego had decided, what, let me bring on our stinky captain. I thought our captain came on, wasn't that great when he came on, but he got his assist that everyone's gonna, gas up because he got the assist and his vision and all that IQ and all that crap. It wasn't that great really when he came on. But he got his assist. That's what everyone's going to tell us. He got his assist. His vision was good. His IQ and all that stuff. They're going to top.
I feel like Gabriel Jesus did most of the work. Don't you think? Did you think?
I think
he did most of the work? Like that wasn't, in my opinion, that's not an assist. It's like an assist is like the ball that they gave to Gyökeres. That's an assist. But you gave him the ball with the back. He's got his back against the player. And he's not even facing goal. So I feel like Gabriel Jesus' brilliance. And I say it again, bro, listen to the thing about Gabriel Jesus. Gabriel Jesus can be a brilliant backup. That's why Pep Guardiola kept him there. You, man, wanted him as the first in the starting lineup. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. He's not the starter. He can be the backup, come some games, do his thing, come on the 60th minute. Where we're winning 3-0, 2-0, they're opening up more. Boom. Gabriel Jesus is perfect for them situations. But would I play Gabriel Jesus in the semi-final against Chelsea? No. Even if he scored 4. Do you get me? Like,
you wouldn't play him on the left.
How he didn't play Eze today, innit? Like, when you think about it.
On the left, because Jesus is better on the left than up top, so you wouldn't play Jesus on the left.
But isn't Trossard doing his thing, Jalil?
I look at Trossard, he just hasn't been that great. That's the problem with Trossard is, yes, you can say Lee said it himself that he's our most technically gifted player, which I disagree. I think it's Dauman.
Yeah, I think it's Dauman still. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like with Trossard, he's a good player, but these games, he just never was great. I'd rather have Jesus on the left because I think Martinelli on the left doesn't work. I think Jesus is better on the left than up top. I know he scores goals, but...
Do you think Jesus is a better option than Trossard right now?
Right now, yeah. I just don't see Trossard, making effective. I just don't see Trossard being that effective right now. I'm not sure if North agrees with me, but today
I don't think North?
Effective.
What do you think of that?
I don't think Trossard was effective that much, to be honest with you.
Nah. But this is what we've been seeing from Trossard, and Martinelli, to be both. Like, whenever they kick on and they put performances, build on that consistently. The consistency's been their biggest gripe. When they're on it on their day, they're on it. It's just when it's their day, that's the problem. I think with Jesus, 2 games that epitomizes Gabriel Jesus. Our game against Inter and our game against Man United. He turns up against Inter, doesn't turn up against Man United. That's basically the epitome of Gabriel Jesus. When he's on it as well against Inter, he's on it. When he's not on it, then you get a Man United performance. Then you get a performance like today that he comes on and his impact on the game was really good. I think Gabriel came on and he was hungry, and because he knows he's got a lot of players that and this is why, you remember years ago we were talking about now, like when we had Gabriel Jesus as our main striker, we're like, players need competition. Look at how players have to react when they have competition. They can't rest on their laurels. He's got he already had Kai Havertz starting in front of him when we got him a couple of seasons ago. And then we go and get Gyökeres. He's been starting ahead of him. He knows he has to perform. You know what I mean? He knows he's no longer the fan favorite. Yeah. So you don't have the fan favorite. Because when he first came in, everyone's like, yeah, Gabriel, he could be our main striker. He don't have that leverage anymore with the fan base. You know what I mean? He's got 2 strikers in front of him. He knows that after the Man United game, he's like, shit, that was my chance to build on, the Inter performance. I didn't. You can't chill no more. Because if you chill, we're comfortable to make you hold bench. And this is what gets the best out of players when you got competition. Same with Ødegaard. Ødegaard knows he has to fight for his position. I know he still gets favoritism, but he knows that we're scrutinizing him more because now we got Eze on the bench. And this is why I like competition in football. And when a couple of seasons ago, when we had the team, you had Martinelli, Saka, Ødegaard, all these favourites, and people are like, oh, who are you going to go out there in the market and get? This is what happens when you have competition. The competition itself makes players be self-aware of their performances. Not comfortability of Jesus walks into the team, Ødegaard walks into the team, Saka walks into the team all the time. Now you've got some players making them accountable. Madueke is making Saka accountable. Eze needs to step up because before he was making Ødegaard accountable. Right now, he's not doing that. Havertz comes back into the team. Now we're looking at it going, yo, you dropped another stinker. You got a whole bench now. You didn't build on the Kai Havertz performance. You got a whole bench now. Because now we're looking at this performance against Leeds thinking, yo, you can't perform against Leeds. Yeah, you got a whole bench, bro. We've got options now.
Here the question to you and to Jalil. Would you play Madueke, or if Saka, let's say Saka, he just had the niggle, whatever, you can play the game. against Chelsea, would you play Madueke to the chat as well? Would you play Madueke or Saka?
I'll play Madueke. I don't really see Saka fully.
Uncomfortable conversations.
Yeah.
Yes,
uncomfortable.
Check it out. Check it out tomorrow. Me and Shane, uncomfortable conversations.
I will be there, Rashid. I'll put up Shane's link. Please pin that as well. Please. Pin Shane.
Salute to Shane. But
Is he even going to be back though? Is he even going to be? I don't think Saka's going to be back for that. To be honest, I don't know with this manager. To be honest, bro, because we know that he rushes players back. So I don't know, bro. I don't know if he can even pick Saka.
Look at the chat. Look at the chat.
No need at the moment.
Tell him. Look at the chat. That's not me. See, everybody's seeing it now. Everybody's seeing it now, bro. Hey, listen. Money hate is the illness. Move, okay? You gotta let it go.
But where's Yasa? Yasa must be stressed, bro.
Man.
Oh, Yasa, come outside, bro.
No, but for real, bro, would you play him or not? Would you play Saka or let's say both are available?
Are you guys? It's 2-0 West Ham. Somerville scored the second for West Ham. It's 2-0 West Ham.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Wow, West Ham doing their thing, bro.
Rashid.
Yeah. Let's avoid the question.
Man like Views. Views is out there. He's in trouble because Views is watching that game. Views
is he?
Is the manager. Liam Rosenior, that's Views.
Hey, that's a good one. Hey, when I see Views next year, yo, Liam, I'm gonna be calling him Liam, man. Shout out Views. But okay, here's another question. When does Eze get a game? Is Eze fourth choice right now? Is he fourth choice or third?
He looks like it.
I don't know, but even when he came on, bro, I've not been liking Eze performances for a while. Even when he was scoring goals, I was like, the performances were still not that great, bro. Do you know what I mean? So he needs to step up, bro. You're not at Crystal Palace, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like right now, I'm not defending Eze until he gives me something to defend him. A couple of weeks ago, I was calling out Gyökeres. I was like, bro, I'm not going to defend you if you're missing opportunities, bro. You got to give me something to defend you with. And if your performances ain't showing that. Now then Gyökeres started stepping up, scored a couple of goals now in the last couple of games. I'm like, cool. Let's keep going. Because I always said, as much as the blame is on Arteta, Gyökeres also has to take accountability for the opportunities that he gets. That through ball from Trossard that he provides him, you got to bury that. That's got nothing to do with the manager now. That's you. You got to bury that. Do you get me?
Yeah.
And then,
not the first time, by the way. Not the first time, no.
For me, where it's on Arteta for me is if he can recognize what I've just recognized the last couple of games, that Martinelli is the only one I'm consistently seeing looking for Gyökeres and actually providing him assists, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So build on that. He provided for him the other day. Do you know what I'm saying? Build on that. So, Martinelli finding him against Inter and stuff like that, and then today again, finding him again, that low. What I realize, Gyökeres wants these low crosses, when he's running off the shoulder of the defender when he's on the box. Yeah, I mean, because to get them little tap-ins just behind the goal, just behind the defender. That's the kind of crosses that he gets. When we do them high crosses where he's got a header it, that's not his game. He likes them low crosses so he can get a shot off. Or he wants
the thing is about low crosses, why Saka can't give him a low cross? Because a low cross, you need to be on your strong foot. Because Saka, if he wants the low cross, he needs to put the ball onto his right. And he ain't no Mahrez. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no Mahrez to play with his right as well. Or Shirky. So to cross the ball as a low cross, you need to be on your strong foot. And Saka's his right foot is disabled, bro. He's disabled. He can't use his right foot. Do you know what I'm saying? So Saka always has to go to his strong foot on the left, and then he can't cross it as a low cross. So what does he do? Throw it in the box. But Martinelli can. Martinelli can do that, bro, and I've seen it from Martinelli as well. I'm loving Martinelli as a super sub. Yeah, I'm loving it. Like, keep him that's Martinelli. That's Martinelli. Leave him like that for now. You know what I'm saying? Until something changes. But apart from that, I feel like we should go into this game. Apart from, for me personally, I would just change Eze for Havertz in the game against Chelsea, because Chelsea, if they go with that midfield of Caicedo, Reece and Enzo, is going to be a big problem Big problem in that midfield. To open them up, you need someone that's techie. If you want to go Havertz, Rice, and Zubimendi against Enzo, I don't know if Cole Palmer's going to play or not. If Cole Palmer plays, we might have a chance. But if they're going with Enzo, Caicedo, Reece, you've seen it before. No, you've seen it before. Move, Chalil. Chat, you've seen it before, bro. You ain't opening up that midfield. You're not going to open up that midfield. So you need someone with that individual brilliance. See, Eze, as shit as he is, he's got that moment. You know, Eze's got a moment in him. Do you get me? Like, with Havertz, there's no moment. There's no moment. There's just, you know, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, he's just a passenger. Like today, he was just on the pitch, like just an extra player. Probably defended. What did he do? Do you get it? Like, just an extra player. So I feel like we should go into this game with a little bit of. We need that little bit of a spark, because if they defend set pieces, we're fucked. There's no other way to open up teams. There's no other way to open up teams. Right. But I'm loving the defense as well. You know, Gabriel, Saliba, always doing their thing. I like Hincapié. Hincapié did his thing as well. Yeah? You like Hincapié today?
I thought he was decent.
He did his thing.
Apparently, Saka picked up a hip injury. Apparently, Lego had to just confirm that it looks like he picked up a hip injury.
Oh, did he? Shit, man. Yeah. Everybody's playing 70%, by the way. Everybody's injured in this team.
Injured. Saka's injured, and now what? Hincapié might have got an injury as well.
Oh, it was injuries, North. We were so close. It was injuries. It was injuries that we didn't. But that's why. It was so. But wait. Next season, Next season, we'll buy another left back. We'll buy another number 8. Yeah. We'll buy another little winger, and we'll go again. We'll go again, bro. But yeah, man, that's crazy. Own goals being our first, or is it joint? I think it's joint, isn't it, Jalil? It's joint with Gyökeres.
I think it's like 6 own goals this season in the Premier League.
It's absolutely mad.
Imagine if Chelsea get an own goal for us, it would be laughable if Chelsea scored an own goal. Imagine every game own goal, we'll be just laughing.
Hey, listen, I don't understand this football. I'll be honest, it's not the kind of football that I like. But yeah, man, listen, Nats, tell us your controversial opinion, bro.
He said 2-0 Leeds.
Hold on. There's no controversial opinion today. I got it completely wrong. Maybe I should predict losses more often. I predicted 3-0 loss, and we battered them 4-0. Maybe I should predict a 3-0 loss to Chelsea, and we might slap them 5-0. Who knows? Who knows? Yep. Maybe they're watching what I'm saying, bro. It is what it is. But look, all jokes aside, big up North each and every single time. Thanks for having me on. Always a pleasure, never a chore. Rashid as well. You've had me on your channel like twice in the space of 3 days. You know, Quadra as well. Big up to you, my G. Big up, man. Yeah, like I thought we did well today. It wasn't like a 90-minute performance. Like the second half was better than the first for me. But Saka not playing, you actually start to see the difference. Yes, Madueke, we know technically he's not that. That being said, right, even though we weren't playing great, we were still relying on set pieces in the first half. Like, Madueke did what he needed to do. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, he wasn't really running the ball out of play, like, you know, like compared to what he was doing at Man United, or like shooting that ball up into orbit against Carriat.
That was terrible. Why didn't he square it? He wanted to go, innit? He wanted to go. Yeah, he wanted to go.
Yeah, of course. He wants to get the numbers up because, you know, in the Premier League, he hasn't scored. And then the last goal he scored was Belter against Brugge, innit? Club Brugge, innit? In Belgium. But
his last goal was the second goal he scored. He scored the first, and then the second one was Zubimendi.
But he caught a sweet volley. You remember he caught a sweet volley, and it didn't go in. Was it him? It was him, innit? He caught a sweet volley, and then the keeper. Yeah,
I'm not too sure, but one thing I will say is I'm not going to give a man of the match, but I'll tell you who the worst player on the pitch was for me. It was Trossard. He was shocking. For me personally, like, he didn't do anywhere near enough. Havertz? Look, Havertz weren't good at all. He weren't good. But at least this, but like, to be honest, I wouldn't have started Havertz. I wouldn't have brought Ødegaard on the pitch today. That's my thing, innit? That's my thing. What I would
put Eze on the left, by the way. He put Eze on the left.
Exactly. He does reverting back to type. What this manager should have done especially when we got Chelsea coming up on Tuesday night, right? He should have started Eberezer in the 10. And if he wants to take him off after 60 minutes or whatever, put Havertz in there. I'm not saying he would have had a blinding game, but I think he would have done better after being 2-3-0 up. Whereas with Ødegaard, it's like, Ødegaard did okay. But again, if you're on 240k, nicking a living guard and all of that, and all that shit, right? I expect you to do that performance week in, week out, but we haven't been seeing it, bruv. But he got an assist, guys. He got an assist. Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, for me, right? For me, if this manager, if Lego head dares, bruv, he bloody dares to start that fraud on Tuesday night, we're in trouble, yeah? Lord knows we are in trouble, yeah? Because, like, from what I hear, like, West Ham are beating Chelsea 2-0 at the moment. Cool, whatever. We love to see it. But you think they're going to play like that on Tuesday night? You think they're going to be that bad? I don't think so, because they're going to have a stronger team. We all know this. And on top of that, like, this manager needs to be brave. Nuts on the table, Kenny Ken settings. Drop Ødegaard again. Eze at 10. Keep Gyökeres on the pitch, not just starting. Keep him on the pitch, because I reckon if Gyökeres played the whole game, I think he would have scored another one at least. Maybe even scored a hat trick. But because that's what we brought him in for. Oh, but it came off of his shin. Who cares, bro? Who cares?
Hold on a second, Natstar. Hold on a second. Sorry to cut you. Hold on a second, but I can't believe the audacity of certain man. Bayledge, the link is there. If you man talking smack, the link is right there. You're talking spicy in the chat. Why don't you run the link and jump on and educate me about why you wasn't here in my chat, yeah? When we got slapped up to Man United, where were you? Because now that we beat Leeds, now I see you. Where were you after the Man United game? Since you got so much opinion about what we've been saying in the season, where were you, bro? Because I'm only seeing you now. Yeah, I'm saying, man's popping in and out whenever. I know who Bayledge is. Where were you after the Man United game, bro? Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you right now, bro, don't be talking spicy, because don't make me have to do, I swear you got a channel, don't make me have to do my Googles, you know? Because you know one thing I don't like, yeah? And Bayledge, he's a calm guy, but he's talking spicy. Yeah? This ain't the channel to be talking spicy if you ain't got your verifications. And I'm going to tell you this right now. I didn't hear from you. Do you know what I'm saying? I didn't hear from you. Now we beat Leeds. We're supposed to beat Leeds. This is a team that's newly promoted. What, you're telling me now that everything's changed? You're telling me everything's changed? We are supposed to be running with this league because everything's been falling into our hands. Yeah? When people like you that love this manager, yeah, we should be running away from it. Now I'm going to explain very quickly why. We thought Liverpool, after spending 500 million, yeah, in the summer, we thought that they're going to run away with the league, being the current champions. They fell off a cliff. Man City, everybody told us, Arsenal, October champions. They've been inconsistent. Chelsea are not in the running. Man United are not in the running. Tottenham not in the running. So, based on everything that's going on right now, everything's falling into our hands. What are you talking about? And this is what I don't understand. So, I don't know why you're talking spicy, bro. We've got bigger fish to fry than Leeds. And this is the flip-flopping I don't like about this fan base, bro. Because you man want to talk facts here when it's against Man United, yeah? But now, now all of a sudden, man wants to talking spicy because we beat Leeds, bro. Are you high? Are you smoking something?
Yeah, he is. He's smoking.
Yeah, he's smoking a pack.
No, hold on. Because this is what I don't understand, yeah? You're telling me now that everything we have been speaking about, relying on set pieces, not utilizing the squad properly, not relying on own goals, everything's changed because we beat Leeds, bro. Sorry, but at the start of this season, I didn't predict for Arsenal to get 0 wins and to be in relegation. So, yes, I know we're going to win games. We're talking about getting over the line. We still ain't got over the line and you're talking spicy. Unfortunately, fans like you don't learn, bro. Nothing has changed. We are praising a one-off game and saying that we played well. We're still not turning up for 90 minutes. You man didn't want to hear that when we were beating Bournemouth 3-2. That wasn't a good performance. When we're beating Everton, when we're getting slapped up to Aston Villa, we're dropping points to Chelsea, Sunday. You man didn't want to hear that. But then Man United, the way we play's got to change. The team, the squad. But now because we beat Leeds, may I repeat, Leeds, you're getting chest. This is the same chest you man had, yeah, when we beat Real Madrid, and then you man were saying we're not scared of PSG. Do you not learn?
Let this team prove something, actually get over the line before you start talking spicy. And this is why at the end of every season, I go on a cooking spree. Because you man don't learn. Leeds, you're talking to me about Leeds, bro. You can be happy with the result. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you want to be talking spicy, we gotta get the receipts out, because you can't be talking spicy to me because we beat Leeds, bro. You're telling me this is the best squad in Europe. You're telling me that this is the best manager in world football.
Yep.
But then we get slapped up by newly appointed Carrick. He ain't even got the job yet. He's a substitute teacher. And this guy's getting exposed against him. And you're trying to tell me everything's fixed. Everything ain't fixed. Nobody in the number 10 right now is cooking. Not Eze, not Ødegaard, and not Havertz. The left-hand side is inconsistent like it's always been. Whether you put Trossard there, Martinelli there, there's always inconsistencies there. Madueke, as much as he's better than this current version of Saka, he's not the answer. And all of you, including yourself, was probably outraged when we got him. We don't consistently get Gyökeres scoring goals on a consistent basis. So there's still issues. Zubimendi going up against a team that can press, this guy's still going to get cooked. So I don't know why you're talking spicy, because I'm not the guy to talk spicy to, because I'll remember this and I'll call you out at the end of the season. I'm very petty, bro, and I remember. Do you know what I'm saying? So this ain't the time to be talking spicy, because I didn't hear you, and you still ain't. Bro, I didn't hear you talking like this. There you are. Thank you. Very good. I like that you turned up. What's this spicy talk when we're being positive about a Leeds performance, bro?
Hey, bro. Okay, maybe I joined. Can you man hear me? Because I'm in the gym, innit?
Yeah. I can hear you.
All right, cool. Maybe I joined a little too late, but as soon as I joined, innit, Rashid was on his rampage again, talking about, this is why Noni Madueke should be starting.
Yes.
Saka love. And I'm hearing complaints. Obviously, maybe I joined too late, innit?
Then why would you say something then? You just don't do late.
Let me finish. Maybe I did, innit? But however, the point I'm trying to make here is I'm seeing consistent complaints, bro. We won 4-0. Let me first of all, let me address Northside, talking about, I didn't join because of the on the loss with United. Bro, there's a reason I didn't join, bro. Man's busy, bro. And that being said, I ain't joined one of these streams for a long time.
You're busy now, though.
Bro, I ain't joined one of the streams bro. I'm in the gym, bro, so I'm joining now because man are trying to call man out.
About what I'm saying, yeah? If you're going to talk about what I'm saying, with all respect, Ledge, yeah? You just admitted you didn't see the whole video. And this is my problem, yeah? You didn't see the whole video. You joined in when you joined in, which is fine. You're telling me you're busy, which is what you're busy now. You're in the gym. You're not just relaxing. You're in the gym. You've joined the stream in a certain thing and then made an idea of what we're talking about. Yeah, that's your problem, bro. Because you should have went to the start and said, all right, cool, I've heard everything. Cool, then I'm gonna go off for what they said. You joined in and you come out, bro. I had 40 minutes talking by myself, talking about everything I like about today's performance. The fact that you just said, and this is my issue with what you're saying, you just said, but you man are complaining, bro. I predicted that we will get slapped at Aston Villa. I predicted that we're going to get done about Man United. Because you know why? I was complaining about things that needed to be addressed. When we lost to Man United, everything I pointed out, everybody else pointed out. You know what that was? The way that we play football. Hold on. The way that we play football. Hold on. Because what you're saying, you're not understanding our overall complaints when we talk about it. And then when we bottle it. Now, hold on. Let me land my point. When the overall point that I make about this team is when the pressure's on, we bottle it. Our performances are inconsistent. Certain players we're not getting the best out of. Yeah, the manager's in-game management is inconsistent. All those things came true against Villa. All those things came true against Sunderland. All those things came true against Chelsea. All those things came true against Man United. So when you tell me that I'm complaining for complaining's sake, every single top gooner that loves this fucking manager, everyone I clipped up, they all said the same complaints that I said. So there was merit behind my concerns. There's merit behind my concerns, and which is why we've been dropping points. And I said we're going to keep drawing a lot of games that we should win, and we're going to lose certain games because of the way that this manager's choosing to play. But I also said there are things that we can build off. You didn't hear that at the start of this video. I said the fact that Martinelli's finding Gyökeres. I said the fact that Madueke is bringing more to the team than Saka at this current moment in time. I said the way that we turned up after 30 minutes, we actually put them to bed. But what have I kept complaining about? Certain halves, we don't turn up. We turn up for 45 minutes. Today, 30 minutes was rubbish. We scored the goal, then we blitzed them. You do that against better opposition, you're going to get punished.
Okay, bro. Okay, now can I interject? Yeah.
Go on.
Just a couple of those points. So you're talking about you predicted 2 losses out of 3 for the whole season, bro. That's amazing, bro. Good for you. I'm happy for you that you predicted 2 losses, bro. But if we're talking about the stats, we're first in the top of the league. We're first in Champions League. We've only lost 3 games out of the whole season. It's January because we haven't run away with the league. Man, I want to be talking about, oh my days, because, we've only scored 5 goals from each different players. Look, fair enough, bro. I understand everyone's points and I understand everyone's worry. Trust me, bro. I'm not going to be like, oh my days, your points are wrong. But my point is, no one needs to continue complaining. Bro, check the stats, bro. There's been teams of worse records that have gone on to win the Premier League, bro. We've won 15 games, now 16 games. There's teams at the end of January that have won 11 games and still gone on to win the Premier League. But because we haven't run away with it, it's crisis. Bro, we're at the top of the league by 6 points right now, bro. Yeah, I'm happy for you that you predicted a couple losses, but we hardly lose games, bro. And that's a fact. Yeah, maybe we
didn't lose the league for losses. We lost the league for draws last season. That's my point. So
okay,
and the thing is, this conversation's only gone like this since you've interjected.
We're not talking about last year. We're not talking about last year, bro. If we're going to talk about last year, I'm going to come in here and say, oh my days, we had injuries, which was a fact that we had a bunch of injuries last year. So I'm so confused. Like, the point I'm trying to make is, this is a team that have been consistently competing for a league for 3 years. Now 4 years.
Over the line.
Let me finish, bro. Now 4 years. This is the first year out of the 4 years of competing that everyone has said, oh my days, this team looks like they can go on and win it. Even the whole media has said it. So now, instead of running with the team, instead of going along with the ride, every chance someone sees to complain, it's, oh my days, crisis. Yes, we lost to Man United, but we lost to Man United because of 2 wonder goals, bro. A wonder goal and a mistake. Which same thing with Liverpool. A wonder goal. Oh my days. I'm happy you predicted.
Every goal is a mistake.
Yeah, we got battered by Aston Villa. But what happened when we faced Aston Villa again? We battered them after. So the get back has already been done. Bro, we've dropped points from 3 games out of the whole season. If this is the worst rough patch out of winning the league, let it be so, bro. 2 draws and 1 loss. I'm so confused here, fam.
Why would you be confused? Can't you believe in constructive criticism? Bro, we can praise and criticize the club. That's how you should be.
One thing that Ledge ain't talking about, is we actually draw more games. We drew to Liverpool. We drew to Nottingham Forest. And what was those opportunities? And what have we criticised this team? Not capitalising of opportunities, which drop points, which makes teams get back into the race. Because Man City ain't great, but when we're not biding those opportunities, and you're talking about, they're wonder goals. No, the way this manager sets out the team is wrong, and then his in-game changes in that game doesn't get us over the line.
They're not wonder goals.
Yeah? And at the end of the day, Ledge, now respectfully, bro, could you stop? Hold on, but you're talking about complaining. It's called constructive criticism. In the world, there's a word called constructive criticism. Because when I criticize, I offer solutions and I see where we're getting things wrong. I know this generation, I know this time, they don't like constructive criticism. But guess what? At the end of the day, we have been dropping points at moments that we can actually stretch the lead. When I'm seeing this team, it's always been in pressure. It's always been in pressure moments, and it's been in moments that we can capitalize. We drop points. So I am going to go off the pass because it's still this manager's team and it's still his squad. I've seen us add players that I like, and we're not consistently getting the most out of these players. That is concerning. I've even said this season, even after the Man United game, I said, what have we actually done since bringing in the new players? What have we actually changed tactically to show that we're a better team this season?
No, can I ask you a couple of questions? Just a couple of questions, yeah? Just a couple. Are you going to agree, or are you going to say that the competition between the top team and the lower team is closer now? That's the first. Are you going to say that? Are you going to agree with that statement there?
The competition between the top teams, we are allowing them an opportunity. Are you going to let me answer? Are you asking me a question? Are you answering it?
I was trying to elaborate.
Cool. Okay, cool. Because you're cutting up a little bit as well. I can't completely hear you, but cool. We are still giving Man City the window to be in this. The reason why I'm complaining, well, I wasn't complaining. You made the conversation actually go like this because it actually wasn't going like this. But anyway, the reason I'm complaining is because I believe that the squad is good enough to win the league. I believe we had moments that we can stretch the league. But I also have PTSD of this manager consistently bottling it for 6 years. And when I've seen us bottle 8 points, I'm in my right to criticize if this team has grown from those mistakes. Past mistakes. We're keeping the door open in the title race. We should be clear. We've been good, but we could have been better. And where have we been worse? In-game management, one-dimensional tactics, not getting the most out of players, bringing in players that I wanted in the summer and not utilizing them and making them at times look worse, not adjusting the system. These are where I'm getting onto the manager because I'm like, I've seen you factually drop 8 points, bro. I've seen you factually stick to your guns, 22-23, all out attacking football, which is the opposite of now. And then we didn't manage games the way we needed to. 22-23, if we actually managed the games and became a lot more pragmatic like we are now, we would have won the league. We would have won that league. But the manager didn't adjust. So this is where my criticism comes from. You can't ask me, erase previous seasons when I see previous seasons' mistakes within what he's doing. Am I saying he's not doing a good job? I never said that Arteta can't compete. The question mark over this manager, and factually, regardless of what you say to me, he's never shown to be a winner to get us over the line. So when I see where you can improve, it's because I want Arsenal to be successful. But you need to improve on those things. And when we close our eyes and forget the performances and say, but we got the win, they eventually catch up. When we're 2-1 up against Sunderland and you bring in a centre-back and then you go defensive, when you don't kill games off, when you only play for 45 minutes, when you struggle to play through Chelsea's press, when there's an opportunity there when they're down to 10 men, these are opportunities. When City bottle it, we go up against Liverpool, a Liverpool team that's getting slapped up all season, and you don't bury them when you've got so many different types of players. You've got a gunman in Gyökeres, which is supposed to be the final piece, and you don't put it to the sword. What have you learnt? These are the vital moments, bro, for me, and I don't see him consistently learning on that.
All right, guys, I'm gonna be brief in it. I've got to actually get a workout in it. I'm sorry, yeah, but. Yeah, I agree with all the points you've made. You've made valid points, bro. Trust me, I'm not here saying that the points you've made are crap. However, it's not the manager's fault at certain games that certain players lose concentration. How often do players lose concentration? The Sunderland game, we literally drew the game or dropped points in the last second of the game, bro, because of the defender. That's not the manager's fault. You put on a defender to secure the win. So if it's Gabriel and Raya that make a random mistake, how is that the manager's fault?
Every goal is a mistake.
But it's a fact, though. And
not every goal is a mistake, really. I mean it.
Can I answer his question? Ledge, I want to answer that question. You just made a question, yeah? Because you're cutting up a little bit, so sometimes I can't hear you. You made the question, yeah? You just said, how is it the manager's fault against Sunderland when he bought a defender and he's trying to defend and it's individuals? Do you know why it was an issue? On that watch-along, yeah? I did a watch-along on Leeds channel for that game. You can go back to the watch-along if you want to. I said, for the last 10 minutes, I think we had 10 minutes extra time. I said, for the last 10 minutes, he's allowing tactically, he's got us sitting back. I said, that's inviting pressure. Sometimes the best version of defense is attack. They were spamming crosses for the last 10 minutes. I said we have to hit them on the counter. They're pushing too many players forward and we bury the game. Yeah, because they got nothing at the back. In the second half, we actually started dominating them in the second half. His approach to tell the players to sit back, allow crosses for 10 minutes, and you think they're not going to get something, that is a risk you didn't need to take. We've got a good enough defense. We've got a good enough midfield to defend and help that defense. We've got wingers that help that. You need to now spring a counter-attack to that, so they actually have something to think about. He did the coward thing. We're going to sit back and think that we can absorb 10 minutes of constant pressure. I was on that watch along and I said, Lee, we're going to concede. We're going to concede. We're going to concede. And what happened? We conceded. Why did I see that? Because I saw that we're not going to sustain that pressure consistently because we're inviting the pressure on. Hit them on the counter. We've got players, Martinelli, Ødegaard can play on the counter, Eze. You've got Gyökeres likes to play on a counter attack. You can't just sit back and defend. And this is my problem. It is on the manager. It's his tactics, it's his squad, and it's his in-game management. I'm sorry. We can't give him praise when he does well and not criticize when he doesn't. I'm all for giving him praise. Today, he did well. Yeah? It's not only on the players, but it's also on the manager. It works like that for losses as well. You can't avoid somebody of it's Arteta's project, it's Arteta's team, it's the masterclass, and then when there's problems, it's got nothing. It's not on the manager. It is on the manager because I've seen 6 years of this. I've seen the last 3 years when he can go for the kill, he doesn't go for the kill. That's on you. You're making a defensive substitution when I'm saying that you're inviting more pressure, and then we're losing the midfield battle because you take a midfielder and you add a defender when they're already peppering us with crosses, chances, and you're sitting back for 10 minutes. That's on the manager. I'm sorry, you can't give someone praise without also having accountability. The world don't work like that. It don't work like that. I'm all for giving him praise because I've given him praise against Leeds today. I'm not against giving him praise. I'm giving him praise against the way we played against Bayern, the North London derby. But where in this world do you get praise and you don't get criticism, bro? It works both ways. It's called constructive criticism, bro.
I say none. You know what?
Ledge, let me ask you this question. Yeah, hang on. Let me ask you this question, right? What evidence have you seen this season that this manager, with this group of players, will take us over the line, i.e. win a league and/or Champions League, FA Cup and League Cup? Because we're still in all 4 competitions, right? What's the evidence?
Okay, so in regards to the evidence, there is no evidence, bro. I'm just a fan. Do you understand? And that's what it is, bro. I'm just supporting the team as I go along and via what I can see. Personally, there's not much that we can change, bro. Man are gonna complain online every day, every 2 days, every week. It don't make no fucking difference, bro. You can complain forever, yeah. But if you don't get behind the team, how do you expect them to believe themselves? If this is the consistent attitude online, imagine the players going. I mean, imagine match going fans going to the stadium and then having this same attitude. Oh, because of one misplaced pass, bro. We've watched other teams like Liverpool and Man United compete in the past, but when they're backs are behind the wall and that, or when their backs are to the wall, their fans are supporting them. It's like heavy. But with Arsenal, it's oh my days, everyone's scared, and I understand that. I'm not gonna get onto the fans for being scared because we won the title in 20 years and everyone's shook that we might make a mistake again. But my point is just going along and support, bro. We've lost 3 games out of the whole goddamn season. Bro. We're top in the Champions League and top in the Prem. I'm sorry, because we're not running away with the Premier League. Not all hell is going to break loose, bro. And as far as I'm concerned, there's still bare games to play. So I think we can cross the line. That's just what it is. I believe in this team. When it comes to recent seasons that just gone by, Arsenal didn't have the capable team to go past and win, in my personal opinion, because we didn't have the squad depth. But now we have the squad depth. Yeah, the squad depth isn't banging off. I can see that, bro. Everyone can see the squad depth isn't banging off. But that being said, we're still top. And on top of that, we break teams down. Like, we fully break teams down. It's difficult for teams to break us down. Yes, we drew better games last year. But, bro, like, that was last year. This is a different year. Last year, we didn't have the same squad that we have this year. So it's like, everyone loves this PTSD thing. Bro, I'm with the now. And as I can see right now, the team's performing. Yes, we had a bad patch over the last 3 games, 4 weeks, 5 weeks. If that's the worst patch of the season, let it be so, bro. Let it be so. But as far as I'm concerned, I believe this team can go. And that's what it is. There is no evidence. So that's the answer to your question.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You have to give us something to be proud of.
Let me just say this. Your blind loyalty has got you no trophies either. So as much as you can say, oh, you're criticizing, ultimately, when I keep calling things out, not because I want Arsenal to be successful, bro. I already put a video out. My granddad died. I wanted to celebrate the league with my granddad. He's died now. I said, what was my video? I beg Arsenal be successful. I beg you win this league title because I could use that. Yeah, I could use that. I'm sure you could use it. I'm sure all of us could use it. We all want Arsenal to be successful. But your blind loyalty in this manager and this thing of I just believe has not warranted anything. If anything, you should be more upset because you've been back in the process. You've been back in the manager, back in the players. And for 6 years so far, obviously this season ain't done yet.
No, literally just heard me say. No, you got
nothing to show for that loyalty, bro. You ain't got nothing to show for that loyalty,
bro. No, you literally just heard me say I didn't believe in the previous seasons because I didn't think we had the team to win. I said this season I think we have the team because of the squad depth. I literally said that, bro.
But we've been showing patterns. We've been showing patterns every single time that we haven't got over the line in previous seasons, and we've also seen them same patterns, those same patterns this season. This manager has had everything at his disposal. £1 billion, one trophy in over 6 years. This is his 7th season, bro. If this was any other top side, he would have been out the door. No one can dispute that.
Let me reply to this and go.
Even Ledge's point, because Ledge said about the squad. I agree with Ledge in terms of the squad, innit? I agree with you with the squad, yeah? I believe as well. I don't want to speak for everyone, but most of us here, we believe that the squad is good enough to win the league. And that's why I got my back up even more about this manager. Why is Eze looking this bad? Why? It's under your watch.
It's Eze's job to make him change. Listen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But I'm feeling the kind of Ødegaard as well in that same position, though.
With Eze, you don't give us a hat trick against Tottenham and then disappear, bro. It's his fault, bro. Why is that the manager's fault?
I never said he got no accountability in that. It works both ways. Just like the praise and the criticism for the manager works both ways. I said the same thing about Gyökeres. I've been onto Gyökeres because I said, yo, as much as our system doesn't cater to you, you have to bury certain chances. Today, Trossard gave him a ball over the top. He's through on goal. He has to bury that. It's got nothing to do with Arteta. So it's about, I'm balanced with it because, yeah, there's certain tactical things, but you have to take your opportunities as well. Eze's been given opportunities, but he ain't capitalized on that. But you see where I got onto this manager? Why have I seen Saka declining under this manager? And why have I seen Ødegaard that plays in the same position as Eze? I've seen Eze now put in Ødegaard performances. That's on the manager to get the most out of the player as well. Eze has to wake up because he's not at Crystal Palace, at Arsenal. It's a two-way street. You can't bring in players that we know, that we like, and we know what they're capable of doing. And you as a manager that sets up the team and sets up the tactics, you are not also affiliating for them to actually get the most out of these players. It works both ways. So yes, Eze has to take accountability, but the manager, it's down to you also to get the most out of the players that you got, because like you and like me, we both agree this team is good enough to win the league. So it's down to you to also get that going. Because I've seen this manager cater for Havertz and cater for flipping Maduekes and all these players. Why can't you cater for Gyökeres? Remember, he's supposed to be the player, to be the missing piece, to get us over the line. So you have to adjust something to him. Because at the end of the day, we bought him for the goals. That's what we bought him for.
And what I'm saying, bro, lads, I'm sorry, but I have to go. But and what I'm saying, big up North, big up the panel, innit? Like, we're top of the league, Champions League, top of the league, Premier League, innit? I'm out.
Hey, we better win on Tuesday night, brother. That's all I'm saying.
We are going to win, bro. We are going to win.
That's what I'm saying. Get over the line, get past Chelsea, and then face Man City in the League Cup final and win it.
Big up. I respect it. I respect it. You know what I mean? I called you out, you jumped on. I respect it. Cool.
I'm sorry for jumping the gun, innit? I'm sorry for jumping the gun, innit?
Calm. Guys. Have a good session at gym, bro. Love.
Thank you.
Love. Yo, half volley. You're me. This kind of discussion is why, I am the way that I am when I talk to Arsenal fans that like Arteta. This is why, because man just jumped on, assumed that I was complaining when I had 40 minutes by myself talking about all the positives. I even at the end abbreviated, and this is what I don't like about selective hearing. I don't mind being criticized or people not agreeing with me, but at least call me out on the things that I say. I said, yo, I like the fact that we, after 30 minutes that we turned up, we killed the game. We scored some goals from open play. I even put in the title. I weren't negative. I said, build off this win and get us some more open play. I said, I have no problem with set pieces, but let's not make our game just about set pieces. I said, the only negatives that I want to be removed from this performance is 30 minutes of doing nothing, Trossard dropping a stinker, and Havertz dropping a stinker of being completely ineffective. Is that a negative thing? Is that me complaining?
No.
What do you make of this game, bro? I don't know. What do you make of this game, bro?
I mean, the thing is, like you know already, I kind of fall between the lines of being for the manager and against the manager. But what was clear today when watching this game, anyway, big up, Khwaja, big up Nat, and big up Macy. Just before we get into the details of this, what was quite interesting today, right, is that we actually imposed ourselves on Leeds. This kind of games is not for like pretty technical football. Certain games you just have to go out there and impose yourself. And Leeds just couldn't cope with the physicality and intensity of our play. And that's what it came down to. The problem that a lot of these extreme Arteta backers, what they resort to, is that they don't see that this manager is not picking the team on merit, right? We've got a big squad, and we know that the manager is not optimizing the output of the squad because he's got certain favorites and he defaults to them. All we're saying is that pick the team on merit, and if you pick the team on merit, we'll be okay. We actually, when you look at our squad, the gap between first choice and backup is actually quite close. It's the closest gap in the league. Our second string I've always said, will probably finish top 6 in the league. But what the manager's doing, and the reason why we've suddenly lost so many points in the last couple of games, is because he's been playing his favourites, hoping that they'll get into form. And it hasn't been happening. So today was a sudden realization that Ødegaard can't start games. Can't keep, like I said, North, and Nat has mentioned as well, if you're going to keep playing players into form, then grant players like Eze the same privilege. But he's not doing that. So today, I'm actually glad that even though Ødegaard came on, he also brought on Eze, because these guys need game time to keep sharp, to keep fresh, right? And today, for once in a very long time, we actually imposed our game. Or don't get me wrong, Leeds are extremely good at home. You know, they're like a 10-game or something unbeaten run at home. You know, they run a lot at home. They're very, very good. What the manager's done, because of the way he's been picking the team, he's created this online frenzy about team selection and why Ødegaard should be starting. That was completely unnecessary. Just pick the team on merit and the squad will do the job for you. And that's what happened today. Pick players who are on form. Stop picking your favorites and hoping that they'll get into form. So today I thought today was a decent performance. And what was important, teams like Leeds, all these, you know, mid-table to relegation sides, we're 6 months into the season, right? And they start to feel the pace of the league after 6 months. So sometimes when you go to these places, it's no longer about technical football. You just need to go and impose yourself on them and outrun them. That's what we did. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't an amazing performance. It was just sheer brute force. They couldn't cope. And when you get to the extent where the referee starts giving them cheap free kicks, that's how you know you're bouncing them all over the place, right? So that's the performance we got today. And it's long overdue. The reason why people, you know, we see this, and I can understand even people who don't necessarily back their manager get upset, is we could have seen this 4 or 5 games ago if the manager was giving everybody a fair chance. But he wasn't doing that. And then slowly we started to lose momentum. And then the end result was the loss against Man United. You know, Man United are playing 1 game a week. So as I said, sometimes it's not about, you know, going there and technically outdoing them on football. You just need to pick your fresh players, hope that they can impose themselves on the opposition. And that's what happened today. Havertz, you know, won a lot of duels. You know, you can see when Ødegaard came on, you've got a player who thrives on space and being on the ball. When there's no space, he's redundant. So you bring him on 65 minutes and then he gets a few touches. He looks okay. So this is what the manager needs to be doing. Pick the team on merit. There's there's a key cornerstone of this team, which I get. There's the framework like Gabriel, Saliba, and Rice, who will always start. But everybody else is fair game. If you don't deliver, you're back on the bench. And that goes for Ødegaard. So I hope the manager's got the message. Get the message now. We've got 14 cup finals to play. Pick the team on merit. That's it. That's all we asked for. And that's all I was going to say.
No, I hear it, bro. I hear it. I just don't. What I don't understand is this mentality of, oh, but you know what you guys are moaning. You know what I mean? We just beat Leeds, and it's like brushing off all the performances where we've shown the lack of forward mentality, the lack of growth as a squad, as a team, as this manager in certain performances. You know, even the fact that I when I hear this, oh, but don't talk about last season, talk about this season. But if I see the same issues that I saw last season, why am I not allowed to bring that up? That's like if you're in a relationship and in the past she was being negative, or let's say she had problems in, you know, I don't know, be it any sort of disrespect. What? So because it was last year, I can't call that the disrespect this year? Like, what are we talking about? Like, I just don't understand it. Like, at the end of the day, for me, even though today's performance was good, there's still issues that I see in the team. There is. Why are we not turning up for 30 minutes? Do that against Chelsea in the cup. Do that going forward in the rest of the season. You know, like, it's a valid critique, but everything now is being negative. It's called constructive criticism. Yeah. I never criticize this team without giving my view of a solution. Whether you agree with my solution or not, I pick what I believe to be an issue. I tell you exactly where I've seen it in previous games, and I tell you what I believe that the team should do to go forward to improve. Why do I do that? Because I want the team to win. That's why I try to offer a solution, in my opinion. I don't understand it. Macy, let me know what you think, what you thought about this game, the positives, the negatives, you know, what we can take from this game, you know, just give me your opinion on this game, bro.
Yeah, big up Northside, big up Kawaja, Natstern, half Ollie. Yeah, it was a good win today. We're still back on the top, we're still keeping the pressure on Man City and Aston Villa, but I'm still a bit worried that City could still get their job done against Tottenham. And even though Tottenham have got a good record against City, I still expect City to come into their stadium and beat the hell out of them. So today was a good win, but I need to call out some of the players' performance. Trossard and Havertz, you absolute waste, man. Trossard didn't even do one thing in that game except for giving the ball to Gyökeres. That was the only good thing he did. But apart from that, he was terrible in that game. And that Giraffe as well. Another embarrassing performance. I understand he had a good game against Kaira, but come on, man. You need to get yourself back into shape. And this is the performance you're giving in that game. That's the reason why I do not rate that German Giraffe. Because for Ledge to come out and say that, but let's not talk about last season. Of course we can talk about last season, because we still have to look at what happened last season when we lost the Premier League title, because Havertz and Ødegaard and Trossard and all these other guys, they were the ones that cost us the Premier League, and Arteta as well, because I still have nightmares of Havertz. When we were drawing 1-1 to Manchester United in that FA Cup, that German Giraffe had so many chances to get an opportunity to score for us, and he ended up costing us that FA Cup match to Manchester United. And today, he was absolutely diabolical in that midfield. I understand Ødegaard being benched, and I'm happy that we benched that scrubby captain. But yet again, in the second half, why did we bring this captain on? There was one point in the game where we had a free kick, and what does this captain do? He gets the free kick, and then he just passes it back to the defense. I'm sorry, Ødegaard needs to be moved on. I'm sick and tired of this Norwegian Miley Cyrus in midfield. I just don't know why we are placing so much in this captain. Come on, man. And what made it even? And look, I'm happy we got the 3 points. I'm happy that my baller Gyökeres got another goal. Put some respect into my name as well, to Gyökeres' name, because without Gyökeres, we would not have won that game. So I'm happy that Gyökeres took his goal well. I'm happy that Zubimendi got his goal, despite the fact that this season he's been terrible. The amount of times, the United game when he gave the ball away, I still won't forgive him for doing that. But today he took his header well. Big up to Madueke as well. There's a reason why Madueke should be starting these games, because every time Saka starts a game, we're not gonna win. We're not gonna win one game. So from now on, I want to see Madueke start a single game for us, because I understand he's not very good at scoring goals, but he can offer us something. He can cross the ball, he can take on his man, and he can create something for us. So from now on, I want to see Madueke involved in this team. And I know that I still don't rate him. I never have during his time at Chelsea and all that stuff. But he's really starting to prove me wrong. So from now on, I want to see more of Madueke this season, and Gyökeres too, because Gyökeres should be starting that Chelsea game on Tuesday, because we need to put Chelsea out of their misery to go into that final in Wembley against Man City or Newcastle. And I know City have the advantage. They're winning 2-0 in their match. So I want to see us beat Chelsea and then go on to get that League Cup, so that can give us confidence going into the Premier League. And fingers crossed, if we win that Premier League seat, that Premier League title, then I will give Arteta his dues. I've called him out for so many years, but if he wins that League Cup, then this could give us the confidence of going on to finish the Premier League season high as we can and get that title. But we've still got to look at some of the other games coming up. We've got Sunderland next week. That is a home game. That is our favor. But Sunderland last time we played them, it finished 2-2 in that game. So Sunderland so next week against Sunderland, we have to beat them. Then we've got to play Tottenham, which is our next game after Sunderland. And I know Tottenham at home is Tottenham this season. Their home form has been abysmal, but they can still give us a bit of a scare too. So we've got to start winning all of our games now, because Man City and Aston Villa are slowly starting to catch us up, and they don't play until tomorrow. So Villa, I expect them to beat Brentford, and Man City, I'm expecting them to beat Tottenham. So we have to win our games and hope and pray that City and Villa, either one of them drop points, so that can do us a massive favor. So good win. I'm happy we beat Leeds, and I'm happy that Gyökeres got his goal well, and Jesus as well. I don't rate Jesus, but I'm happy he got the fourth goal for us to kill the game off. And now we've got to look forward to Tuesday, our most important game, by the way. We're 3-2 up on aggregate, but Chelsea are still in this match because they're two goals behind. But we have to make sure they don't get another goal, because if they do, we have to get 2 goals to go through. So we have to win that League Cup game Tuesday, because this is the moment that we show the world that we can do this. Because for years I have called out this manager. I have said to him many times, deliver me a trophy and I will give you another season. If you don't give me a trophy, then you have to be sacked, because this manager has been here for 6 years. He still hasn't won us 1 trophy apart from that FA Cup win. So we have to win a major trophy. It doesn't matter, League Cup, FA Cup, Champions League, Premier League, I don't care. Get me a trophy, and then we will give you another season to maybe get us another trophy.
I just want to address something real quick.
Go on, that's it.
Yeah. Ledge, let go of our club captain, bruv. On a frozen tip, just let it go. Just let it go. Even half volley, with all due respect, and you've been on my channel a number of times, half volley, and there's a reason for that, because I respect you, brother. Do you know what I'm saying? Even you have said, right, Ødegaard ain't it no more. This ain't the 22-23 Ødegaard. He's done. Martinelli, North, everyone on the panel, on the chat, you know I've been backing Martinelli, right? I've been in his corner. And for the last year or so, I've tapped out. I can't do it no more. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I could not physically do it anymore. And Bukayo Saka's getting to that point as well, with his hamstring hanging off of his bone. Do you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to the Ødegaard thing, just let it go, man. He needs to be dropped. He was dropped today, and you saw the result. You saw the result. It wasn't a 90-minute performance, like I said earlier. We did what needed to be done. Like Half Volley said, we overpowered them. It wasn't a technical masterclass. It didn't have to be. We just ran them over. You know, I used to play rugby. There were plenty of games where I get the ball, I run someone over, or give it to someone else that can run someone over, and we smash the opposition, because we know we're just better, and we don't need to be technically that better. We just physically dominate them. Against Chelsea, that won't be enough. We have to be technically proficient. So Zubimendi playing that pass to Timber in the second half, right, where there was a smaller gap, and he played it through. Timber ran off the shoulder to off the Leeds United winger, it was, yeah. And then he carried the ball forward. Do you know what I'm saying? He could have done that against Man United when the gap was a bit bigger at the time, and he didn't. It is what it is. I'm not saying I'm a footballing expert, but you don't need to be a footballing expert or have coaching badges to see that you can make that pass. And he can make that pass, and he showed that. Yeah, granted, it's Leeds United, but against Chelsea, yeah, I don't want to see no foolishness. I don't want to see no messing about at the back. What did we do when Leeds United tried to put the ball in the box, tried to scrap it in? Do you know what I'm saying? We cleared our lines. Chelsea will attack us. We know how they're going to play. I want to see the same defensive effort. If anything, I want to see it higher than what we saw today. We do that. We're better on transition. We actually go attack when the opportunity arises. Keywords, opportunity arises. We'll beat Chelsea. We'll get a couple of goals. And we'll get it over the line. We'll get into the final. And then it's a one-off game. And at Wembley, even though it's the League Cup, there's a good chance that we can do it. And I would back this team to do it. And those players will definitely be up for it. But all I'm saying is this, well done. We got the result. We played pretty well after half an hour or so, granted. Now let's build upon this. Like you put in the title, North. Build upon this performance. Let's be a bit more consistent. Let's attack a lot more because we got the quality, we got the squad. This manager just needs to grow a pair of fucking bollocks. Put your nuts on the table, pop your chest out, and do your thing, bro. And we get over the line. I'll be happy as a mofo. You know what I'm saying? Win the League Cup, then we can start building and winning the league. Go win the FA Cup as well. Get as far as we can in the Champions League. Try and win that. Because it's about bloody time as well. And that's all I'm saying. Nothing more, nothing less. It is what it is.
No, facts. Even with these players that we've got, if Ødegaard, the thing is, yeah, if Ødegaard starts putting in performances, yeah, captain performances and starts turning up, I'll change my tune. I'm not against changing my mind. What I'm against is people trying to tell me to change my mind when there's no factual evidence of what I'm seeing, not only on the pitch, when I'm watching this guy week in, week out, it's not giving me anything to believe in. Kai Havertz, if these players turn up, if Zubimendi starts performing to the level of Partey or better, I'll start saying, Zubimendi's a baller. But I have to see it. I'll change my mind. And anybody in the panel that can jump on, and if they say, Northfield buzzing, I'll be like, this is when he turned up. This is how he got us over the line. His performances from January or the start of February to May has been excellent. You know what? I've seen a body of work. He's been pivotal in big games. He's been consistent. My opinion will change. I'm not against my opinion changing. The reason I put my foot down so hard is because I see people wanting me to change my mind based off of feeling, not based off of what I'm seeing with my eyes. That's my problem. Zubimendi's giving me nothing to believe in on a consistent basis. Kai Havertz has shown me exactly why I didn't rate him. Trossard, as much as I think he's a very good technical player, these performances is exactly why you can't hold down that left-hand side, because it's inconsistent. Do you know what I'm saying? Madueke being the only one trying to do something off the cup. I think Madueke, for me, man of the match, his delivery for the Zubimendi cross and for the Gyökeres cross. This is what we've been asking of Saka. Saka, this is what I want to see from you. You're the player on 300k. You're supposed to be the poster boy of this process and this project. You're supposed to be our best attacker. I've not seen this from you. This level of effect in the game. This is what I want to see from you. Because I actually think Saka's better than Madueke. I think most people overall. But we have to see the performances. And when you're not giving us the performances, I know he's injured right now, but I shouldn't be talking like this about Madueke in comparison to Saka. I shouldn't. It should be night and day. But your performances are allowing Madueke to walk into this team. Then I'm looking at flipping Kai Havertz. For all the grandiose big, Kai Havertz is back, but Havertz is back. Is this what the fan base were happy for Kai Havertz to be back for? This performance today? Please name me one thing that Kai Havertz did today, please. Because I don't remember seeing anything. Eze as well. Eze doesn't escape criticism. I like Eze. And this is the thing. I criticize the players that I like. I've got onto Gyökeres. Gyökeres is now picking up some form. If he drops that form, I'm going to get onto him again. Because you're here to win us a league title, bro. I'm not here to make friends with you, man. I don't know these players. You're here to do a job for my football club. I don't know you. We don't go to barbecues together. We ain't going to the Latin club together. I'm not seeing you on my birthday. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know you. You're here to do a job and you're paid handsomely for that. Eze, I'm sorry, not good enough. Not good enough. And if you continue, right now, at this point in time, I cannot make a defense for Eze right now over Ødegaard. I can't. I was talking about what he did in the North London derby. I was talking about what Eze did against Crystal Palace scoring a goal. I've been talking about, you know what I mean, certain things from Eze, even against Bayern Munich. I'm sorry, bro. Recently, you have been absolutely trash and you have not been taking your opportunities. So I can't defend you.
But North, I think there is a perspective here is that this situation was created by the manager. You cannot bench a player for 6 games, give him only 23 minutes and expect for him to come in and perform. It is the manager who's created this spectrum by not picking players on merit. Like you say, we have no affiliation to any of these players. We don't give a toss about them. In a couple of years, they'll all move on to pastures new. This is our football club and we want to see the best for our club. What the manager is doing, he's not picking the team on merit and he hasn't done so for a long time. And this has created this frenzy. Yeah, we would look, every single player, right, will contribute if we're going to win this league. But it has to be merit-based. It has to be, if you're performing, you start. If you're delivering, you play. You can't just bench a player because they make one mistake. You go back to your favorites and you play them until they get into form. The window for experimenting now is narrowed. We haven't got time to wait for players to get into form. So the problems you're highlighting, I get your point, but I don't particularly hold Eze accountable because the manager's created the situation for him. He's not going to come in cold and suddenly score a hat-trick. And his confidence, you can see is a bit short. What I did like today is that the manager gave him game time, even though he brought on Ødegaard as well. And that's what he needs to be doing. You can't bench players for 6-7 games and expect them to come in and perform. The same with Lewis Skelly. He didn't make the squad today. Norgard was like the backup who travelled. And then when Saka got injured, Norgard then had to be shoehorned into the bench. This is the situation the manager's created. He's had ample opportunities to give these guys game time to make sure that they stay fresh and they can come in and perform. He hasn't done that. We've now run out of games to experiment. So what I'm seeing now, it's okay. Continue to pick the team on merit. Trossard might get into form. Tomorrow, he might score a brace and everybody will be, oh, Trossard. Next game, he might drop a shocker. The manager needs to stay focused on picking players on merit. And he hasn't done that for 25 games or so. And that's why we have this problem. That's why we keep complaining, because we know the team is better than this. The team could do so much more. But
I hear that hard volley. I agree with you. But I agree with everything you just said. I agree. But bro, he was picked against Inter Milan and he was shit. Where are you? Bro, Kai Havertz come back from an injury. Yeah. He's benching his captain for this game. His captain's on the bench. The player that just come back from injury is getting selected over you. It's because you're not taking your opportunities as well, bro. And the thing is, I understand that the team is not playing to his strengths, yeah? But then why is Martinelli finding Gyökeres? Why is Madueke putting it on the plate today? 2 assists. Why am I seeing other players? Why am I saying Jesus that come back from injury? Why is Jesus scoring goals against Inter Milan? Why is Jesus scoring goals today? Coming off the bench, making an impact. I'm seeing other players at least offer me something. Eze's offered me nothing. There's no creativity. There's no goals. You're not driving with the ball. You're offering me nothing. I understand that the team is not working, but Eze can assist and Eze can score goals. You have to offer me something, and you're not offering me nothing.
But again, sorry.
Madueke is making runs. Why are you not finding Madueke when we play him? Trossard has been playing good. Why are you not finding Trossard more often? Gyökeres is looking for the type of ball that you used to play into Mateta. Gyökeres is looking for that. The striker that you're playing in front of is looking for the assist that you used to give to Mateta. So why are you not providing for him? Because it's a similar profile of striker.
Why are you not doing that? That's on you to make that decision because Gyökeres is making the runs. So why are you not finding him? Then I can go away and say, okay, cool. Eze, you're finding Gyökeres. He's being direct the way he used to play at Crystal Palace. Now it's down to Gyökeres to finish the chances. You're not creating that for him. I'm seeing Martinelli coming off the bench creating for him the other day. But bro, what are you? You're supposed to be the creator. We do have moments where we do push players forward. You need to be the driving force of that. And I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing him walking around, laxy-daisy, playing a safe pass. You're doing an Ødegaard. And then I'm seeing my wingers be more creative than you. What are you doing then? So what about the moment we do it?
But okay, North. I don't think he was particularly poor against Inter Milan. He actually created the first goal. If you remember, he was the one who picked the ball in. But you see, my point is this, right? The manager has clearly redefined. I'm not making excuses for Eze. Like yourself, I really like him, but I think you can see the manager is trying to redefine his role and what he needs to be doing. The manager does not like free spirits and people who just invent. That's why Ethan is on loan. So we're looking at Eze through the spectrum of how he should be playing at Palace, and that ain't happening because this manager is very rigid, right? So, and on top of that, you can see the confidence levels of Eze has gone down a bit. I still prefer him over Ødegaard just by virtue of the fact that physically he can compete. The problem with Ødegaard is not technical or quality, it's a physical problem. When he's on the pitch, we look like we're playing with 10 men. And that's a massive problem. So as much as Eze is not setting the world alight, he still needs to be given the same privileges as Ødegaard to show what he can do. Not like sympathy minutes here and there. So what we're seeing is a byproduct of the way the manager is managing this team. So yeah, Eze is a bit lackadaisical. He looks a bit laid back. He walks around, but he's a low-touch, high-impact player. He just suddenly comes alive and there's magic. That's how he plays.
For me, I think it's 50-50. Yeah, I'm not saying it's completely Eze because I've been getting onto this manager not getting the best out of his players. So I understand that. For me, it's 50-50. As much as the player can be doing more with what's going on, he can. Because Eze is not a one-dimensional player. He's actually a very skillful player that he can score and he can create. Yeah? Gyökeres is extremely one-dimensional. This guy ain't giving you anything apart from scoring goals. He's not really bringing anything apart from physicality, but it is what it is. So when I look at Eze, you need to do more. But yeah, I agree. The manager also needs to create the environment to get the most out of him as well. So for me, it's 50-50. But I expect more from Eze because I'm like, you're capable of doing more. You're capable of doing more, even within this dead system. And that's how I am with it. I'm not saying it's completely Eze's fault. I've never actually said that. And when I've been defending him, I've been onto the manager. But there comes a time where you as a player also, there's more to your game and you can be offering me a lot more than what you're doing because at the moment, you're offering me nothing. You're currently offering me nothing. Yeah, I mean, and he should be angry that Havertz is starting ahead of him today. That's obviously on the manager because the manager picks the team. But I'd be fuming, bro. I'd be fuming. Like, how is Havertz starting ahead of me? Is man dumb? Kai Havertz. Do you know what I mean? There's a level of, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like I said, maybe he's frustrated. Maybe he's like, yo, Ødegaard's walked back into the team. I haven't got a lot of minutes. The manager clearly favorites Ødegaard. Why am I bothering? When I am trying to be direct, the manager's telling me, get back, defend. He's taking me away from my natural game. I hear it. I hear it. There is an argument for that. But some of the players, they take it upon themselves as well. Madueke's been up against favoritism. He turned up today. Trossard, we're trying to get rid of him. He's been turning up a lot of times this season. You know what I'm saying? There's been some players that haven't been favorites and they've turned up. So it goes both ways. But yeah, I get the frustration from our attackers because let's be real, this manager doesn't cater to any of the attackers barring Saka. He don't cater to any of them. It's all about the defense and helping out Hincapié and Mascara and Saliba and Gabriel. Let's be real. The system's more catered to these defensive players than it is to the attackers. So I hear it, bro. I hear it. I don't disagree with you. I just feel like it's on both, though. At the same time, there's a level I can't take complete accountability just to Arteta. You know what I mean? Like both need to be professional. Both need to turn up. You know what I'm saying? For them, I don't know, man. I really question if this manager wanted certain players anyway. Like, actually, do you know what it is? I actually think he knows. He thinks he can remold players. That's what I think with this manager. He thought he could remold Gabriel Jesus into a gunman. And even though he scored a good goal today, he's not a gunman. He thought he could remold Zinchenko into a left back. He's not a left back. You know what I'm saying? He thought Ben White could make it a centre back. He's a right back. Do you know what I mean? He thought he could put Partey at right back. He can't do that. He thinks he can play Zubimendi as a 6. He's not a 6. He's an 8. Do you know what I mean? It's just one of them ones. But I think it's the arrogance of Arteta. He thinks he can get things out of players when it's not down to their actual attributes.
Yeah, you know. One thing I was going to say. Yeah. We know, right, to win this league, you need magic players, right? And we know if you platform Eze in the right manner, he'll get you 10 to 15 goals. The drawback of this is that he might be defensively deficient. He might lose his markers here and there. But because the managers created this anxiety in the team that people are petrified of making mistakes, it affects everybody. And that's what sometimes you see. Everybody, look how often we get 11 men behind the ball the moment we lose it. We're like a very regimented defensive side that is just very expensive. It's been very expensive to assemble. Even against Leeds today, as soon as we lose the ball halfway, everybody gets behind the ball. And it happens regularly. That's what the managers coached into this side. And players like Eze will stick out like a sore thumb. I do agree with you, North. I don't disagree. I think he could be doing so much more. He has so much ability, and sometimes it just looks like he's strolling. It may be frustration. It may be he's lost it. I don't know what it is. But I know that there's so much potential there to deliver more, and it's down to the manager to get more out of it. We know when he's on form, he scores a hat-trick against Spurs, so he's capable of doing it. But the managers put all these constraints around these players. The reason why Martinelli doesn't look that bad because he tracks back with the intensity of a horseman. You know, he gets back. That's the way Arteta likes it. Same with Madueke. You know, I think Madueke lost his man a few times. So that's all I'm going to say. I think for me, ultimately, I just want to see players picked on merit. I don't care who you are. If you're delivering, play. I don't want to see players get 6-7 games on a run just because they are Arteta's favorite. We haven't got time for it. We've run out of games to implement this style of coaching. We've got 15 games. Whoever's delivering gets to play. I don't care who you are. Just pick the team on merit. Sorry, Nat, you were going to say.
No. That's fine, brother. All good. My thing is like, and you kind of touched upon it as well. Like this manager's arrogance, his narcissism. Yeah, if that gets in the way of us winning a league title, winning cups beforehand, mainly the League Cup, he's out the door, and he knows it. I knew from the start of the season. I wasn't there. I wasn't in the boardroom, but you don't need to be. You don't need to be a journalist or an aspiring journalist, you know, having connections with the club and whatnot, to tell that this manager has to deliver this season. Josh Kroenke, yeah, if he really, really was satisfied with top 4 and just get an FA Cup or a League Cup and that, yeah, I think he would have kept the same regime. Vinay probably would still be here. Tim Lewis would still be here. And Edu would still be here. But there's clearly problems backstage. You know, you got the backroom staff as well, but at board level, and I've always, North, you know this, guys, you know this. I've been on this board's neck, including the ownership, for way, way, way too long. And it's the first time in a long time where our board, on paper, is actually looking semi-competent now. Josh Kroenke is obviously backed Arteta for the longest, since day one. So he has to deliver now. And I agree, Ollie. Players have to be picked on merit. They have to be picked on form. There is no other way around it. But is this manager going to put his ego aside, his belief system, you know, his like kind of favoritism and all of that aside for the good and betterment of this football club? Because even a washed Arsene Wenger right now would do that. And Eddie Howe, that I've said he's not an elite manager, but he's a very good coach. He's a good manager. He would do that. All of his defensive frailties, he would do that. There are other coaches in the league across all 5 leagues in Europe and other leagues around the world, etc. There are coaches and managers, there are backroom staff that will do what is required in terms of bare minimum. but we haven't been seeing it at Arsenal Football Club. And it's relating on the pitch. Players are frustrated. Eberezer being probably number one. You know, it's all well and good being lackadaisical and all of that. You know, how many times has Eden Hazard strolled around on the pitch, not giving a shit? And then just like that, slap, 1-0, 2-0, whatever, he turns it on, has an absolute blinder, like magical moment and all of that. Well, who do we have in our squad that is even allowed to do that? Never mind that can do that, is allowed to do that. Not even because Saka is allowed to do that, even if he's at like 50%. We know he's not even at 50%, hence why he didn't play today. And it's just so frustrating, guys, that we are in a position where we are so close to greatness, but we're still very, very far. And the buck always stops with the manager. We can pick apart certain games, certain performances, certain players on the day, on the night, whatever. I'm cool with that. I have no issue being critiqued. All I'm saying is critique the squad or critique the team on the day, their performances or lack of, and critique the manager. Critique AirPod Albert, Gabriel Hines, and baked beans and all of that shit. Do you know what I'm saying? Set piece coach. Like, no one is exempt from accountability at this football club. You understand? Nobody is exempt from accountability at this football club, from top to bottom and all the way back to the top. And my biggest issue, really and truly, at this moment in time, is not even the owner. It's not even just Kroenke. It's not the board, because the board's looking a little bit better now on paper, granted. It's most of the fan base. And with all due respect, like Ledge, I disagree. And I can even tell you're not one of the worst ones, but there are many fans like yourself and a lot of others that are way worse, that only just go off game to game to game and look right off the previous season, while we're seeing the same patterns this season from last season, because this manager's mismanaged this squad. You know, the previous regime has mismanaged our finances and other dealings in regards to the football club. It's the same rinse and repeat, perpetual motion, washing machine settings and all of that. And I want it to stop. And the only way it stops is by being successful. And why not start against Chelsea Tuesday night? I can't stand that lot. Where I live, I know they're Chelsea people. Pop down the road where I live is proper Chelsea. It's full of Chelsea. I'm going to be watching that game on Tuesday night. We lose that game, yeah, I'm going to have the loneliest, saddest walk back home. And I don't want that. I want to be walking back, chest out. We've got to a League Cup final. We've beaten Chelsea, put them to the sword. Happy fucking days. But are we going to do what's required? Is this manager going to do what is required? Are these players going to finally step up, take the ball by the horns, and do what needs to be done? These guys are multi-millionaires. Why are most of our fan base feeling sorry for multi-millionaires, bro? Saka's on 300k a week. Gyökeres is on 200. Was it Trossard's on 180? Ebrieza's on 180. Madueke's on 150k. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we've got super high earners, and don't get me started on Nick and the Ødegaard. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we've got super high earners at this football club. It's about time they deliver. And it's about time this manager doesn't fuck it up. That's all I'm asking. Just don't screw it up. You know, you're very well paid. You travel in luxury, great facilities. You can't keep blaming the weather. You can't keep blaming the League Cup match ball. Don't think I haven't forgotten about that shit, yeah? It's about delivering now. This season is about delivering. I don't want to hear no excuses from anyone, whether you rate the manager, love the manager or not. It doesn't matter. It's about getting over the line this season. And Chelsea winning 3-2. You know, no surprises there, but it is what it is. That doesn't matter. What matters is Tuesday night. We go out on Tuesday night, season's done in my book, because they clearly don't have the minerals. They don't have the mentality to get over the line. And North, Khwaja, Macy, half volley, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's always been our biggest issue at this football club ever since we moved to the Emirates. Mentality.
Yeah.
Till we change that mentality, we ain't going no place. Best believe that.
Yeah, 100%. You're right, Natster. And also, the fan base, remember, they're the ones that said about the League Cup. They said, "Oh, but it's an energy cup, it's a Lucozade cup, it's a Pepsi cup," and now they want to say that, "Oh, but this could be our chance of winning something this season if we win the League Cup." Like these fan base, they always want to change the topic around with the League Cup. And listen, I rate the League Cup very highly because I remember back when we played, I think the last time we were in a final, it was against Man City. I watched that game and I was embarrassed where we were when we got smoked 3-0 by Man City in that final in Wembley. I really want to revisit that memory again and get Arsenal back to a final. But the problem is this manager, he's still got his arrogance and ego could get the best of him if he continues to persist with the fact that he's going to continue to play the same, like to continue to like throw away like another trophy, because this is what he does. He throws away every single trophy that matters. Because if, like you said, if he throws away that League Cup, then our season will be done, because there ain't no way we're going to beat Sunderland if we go out on Tuesday. Because now Man City and Villa, like once they find out we've gone out of the League Cup, they'll be rubbing their hands and they'll say, "Oh, this is good. Arsenal have gone out of the League Cup. This could be good for us now for the title." So that's why we have to win that League Cup, so that can give us confidence to win the Premier League, because the League Cup is the trophy that decides whether or not we will have the capacity of going on to win the Premier League. Because this is why I said at the start of this season, we have to win something, because this manager has been here for 6 years and he has still not won a trophy since the FA Cup with Emery's squad. So ever since then, he has built his own team and we've still not won a single trophy. So this season, we have to win a trophy, because this is why I have waited so long for us to get our hands on a trophy. So this will be the time for us if we do that, if we win the League Cup. So let's not get it twisted. Chelsea are still in this tie. They're 2 goals down, but like we have to make sure they don't get 1 goal to level up, because if they do, we have to score 2 goals to go through, which could be a possibility. And look, Chelsea just got a huge result against West Ham today, 2-0 down to 3-2 up. And can you imagine if they do the same to us if we fuck around in that League Cup match? So don't underestimate Chelsea. They've got a huge pedigree of trophies in the years, and there ain't no strangers to the League Cup as well. They've been to a final before. They've won the League Cup with Jose in that 2014-15 season when they had Diego Costa, Cesc Fabregas, Eden Hazard, Willian, Ramirez. So Chelsea ain't no strangers to the League Cup. They know what it takes to win that trophy, and so do we. We have to win that trophy, because it's our only chance to give us the full ever confidence of getting that Premier League title. And also, we've got to try. We have to make sure that Gyökeres continues to score goals for us, because this is just the beginning. He got a goal against Leeds. Good. Now start him on Tuesday, and once that, we will see it. I hope that he gets a goal for us, because I want to see Gyökeres involved as many games, because we bought him in because we were in desperate need of a striker, and we've got our man. So now Gyökeres is the guy to lead us on, because now we are in a good position now in the table in the Premier League, because of the fact we got a result today. Now we've got to go on Tuesday and pull off a massive miracle and beat Chelsea and go all the way to Wembley to play Man City or Newcastle. I think we could play Man City, and I know that City this season have not been the same, but they could give us a bit of a scare if we played them at Wembley. So that's why we have to win something this season. Are we going to do it? Let's see, because this manager's arrogance is still the problem for me.
No, I hear it, man. Listen, before we wrap up, I will be going live probably 11ish Spanish time anyway. It'll probably be like 10ish UK time Before we wrap up, Quadra, man, what's your final thoughts, bro? We'll get everyone's final thoughts before we wrap up. What's your final thoughts on today's game, bro?
It was a good performance. I thought maybe at the start of the game, I don't think we were that great because we slowed it down. And in that first half, we just kept relying on set pieces and corner kicks, that's what we do really. Because before, we were 17th from open play before the game had started. We were 17th from open play, and we always get own goals and set pieces. But listen, I thought Zubimendi took his goal nicely. I know he was the problem against Man United. Madueke performed well. I thought he was my man of the match. I thought that cross for Zubimendi's goal was class. And I think that the second goal was an own goal, but it is what it is. It's our 6th own goal, another top goal scorer for us this season. So, must be happy with it because we're getting the own goals. I'm not surprised, but great corner. And it was an own goal, but we take it and move on. Half time. But second half, we started to defend for no reason. We decided to allow Leeds back in the game. I know we won the game, but we allowed them to come back and attack us. But luckily, no goals conceded. And when Martinelli came on, that was a fantastic ball for Gyökeres's goal. Saka would never do that, by the way, because you know what Saka would do, because he would just try and ignore him. And exactly, Macy, I can understand that you're nodding your head, but that's what Saka would do. But fantastic balling from Martinelli. Gyökeres finally got his goal, ended his Premier League goal drought, and then Jesus came on, took his goal nicely, and don't worry, Northside, because Top Goons are going to go, but Ødegaard came on, got an assist. Oh my God, he got an assist. His passing was excellent. And he was so great today. The pass for Martinelli with the assist. He was involved in Martinelli's goal and all that crap. I'm like, I'm not fooled because he wasn't great, really. That's the only thing he could do. I'm probably giving him maybe a 5 or a 6 out of 10. He was average when he came on. But overall, all in all, happy with it. And been watching this Chelsea game, and there's been some crazy scrap going on in that match. Anthony Taylor is going to the monitor. I don't know what is going on here. Some scrapping around. What is this, bro? 99 minutes played, nearly 100 minutes. Anthony Taylor's in the monitor. Let's see what he's doing. He might get a red card. I don't know. If someone might get sent, I don't know what is, but still going on. Chelsea dagger in the last minute, Enzo Fernandez. But listen, all in all, I'm happy. We just need to beat Chelsea, and I don't know what is going on in here. And Anthony Taylor's getting a red card out. Let's see who's he giving it to. Sorry, panel. He's giving out a red card to. Let's see who's he giving out a red card to. Sorry, no.
No, it's calm. Is he giving out?
He's giving it to Todibo sent off, for that fight. So Todibo was sent off. Violent conduct. So West Ham down to 10 men. And I'll end in there.
Nah, it is what it is. Big up Quadra, man. Love every single time for jumping on, man. Natstar, bro, what's your final thoughts before we wrap up, bro?
Yeah, big up North each and every single time. You know what it is. Man. I think today's performance is a great indication of what we need to be doing going forward and improving off of that big time. We need to see a 90-minute performance this season and this year. Ideally, I want to see that on Tuesday night because Chelsea 2-0 down, 3-2, man sent off, whatever. It is what it is. They'll be even more up for this game than they were before. So we have to turn up. And message to the boys, and Martin Ødegaard in particular, if this manager does what I think he's going to do and he starts you, you better not have a stinker. You have a stinker on Tuesday night, and especially if we go out, right, you're done at this football club. You'll be out the door this summer. So if you want to stay here, you got to earn your keep, brother. Do you know what I'm saying? You got to earn your place, just like everyone else in this squad. But this manager, right, you got to do what is required. Put your ego aside. No more favoritism. No more this, no more that, no more bullshit. Pick the players on form, I know Ebriezo wasn't good, and he hasn't been good for a while. He needs to take accountability. Like I said, just like everyone else. But if you play the best team, we will beat this Chelsea lot. Even if it's by 1 goal, which I reckon it will be, probably be a 1-0 or 2-1, either way. Get over the line. One step at a time. We beat Chelsea, then we can move on to Sunderland. All the other games after that. I think we might play a knockout game in the Champions League before, if we get to the League Cup final. So I'll be looking forward to that. You know, I just want this team to be successful, with or without the manager. To be honest, really and truly, at this point, I don't give a shit about who the manager is. Like right now, we've got the players. Just get over the line. Show your worth. Show your quality. If we have the best squad, if we have the best team on the planet, if we have the best manager on the planet, there's no more excuses. No more excuses, FC. No more blaming the weather. No more blaming the ball. No more blaming the referees and everything else. Time to deliver. Yeah? Remember, Gazidis was talking about time for change. This is the real time for change. If you want to be a real bad man, yeah? Do you know what I'm saying? If you know, you know, yeah? Turn up on Tuesday night. And don't bloody hell, yeah? Don't you bloody shirk any challenges, bro. Even Ødegaard. Because I'll tell you what, I'm telling you this right here, right now, Fat Boy Slim Titties, yeah? We lose that game, we get knocked out, season's done. Because they clearly don't have the marbles. And that's the bottom line. But big up anyway.
Nah, big up Nats every single time, bro. Big up, man. You know what I mean? Every single time. Big up to yourself, man. Macy, final words, bro, before we wrap up, man.
Yeah, as I said, Northside, good win today against Leeds. It's about time we put 4 past somebody, because for the past couple of games, we've been winging it by 1 or 2 goals. Now I'm happy for the first time in the Premier League, we've finally got 4 goals in the game tonight. So good win for us. Now we need to look forward to Tuesday against Chelsea. That is a very crucial game for us, because Chelsea are going to be fired up after their impressive 3-2 win over West Ham, and that's why Ødegaard has to turn up on Tuesday, because if this manager is picking you, you need to perform better, because every time you perform badly, I get on your case and I call you out and I say all these mean stuff about you. So if you are starting on Tuesday, Ødegaard, you better not let us down. You have to perform well, and if you do, I will give you a good praise. But if you are starting, you better not do any more of these passes out from the back to the defense, or losing the ball too easily. So you and the rest of the midfield, Declan Rice, he's been our best midfielder. I will give him his praise. Zubimendi, even though he did get his goal today, I'm still on to him due to the fact that he gave away that sluggish goal to Manchester United in that 3-2 defeat. He needs to perform better as well, because that goal against Leeds doesn't change the fact that he's been shocking this season since he came to the club. So both Zubimendi and Ødegaard, they both have to perform well on Tuesday, because if we go out of the League Cup to Chelsea, then that's it. There's no coming back from that League Cup. We're not going to win the Premier League. And I think that will be it for Arteta, because this is his last chance to show us what he can do. And if he cannot do it, then this will be the end of him. This will be the end of his reign as manager, and that will be the end of his time, and that will be the end of our title challenge.
Nah, I hear it, man. Big up Macy every single time, bro. Big up for jumping on, man. You know what I mean? And my guy, Half Volley, man. Final thoughts, bro, before you wrap up, bro. Love for jumping on.
Nah, big up North, man. Big up Macy, Kwaja, Nat. Always, you know what I mean? Always representing and having good conversations. I'll just echo what Nat said. The season is delicately balanced. We have a big squad. We have to make every single team feel the strength of our squad. We have the biggest, and luckily we have a clean bill of health, save for 1 or 2 players. I mean, Saka's got a minor injury. Hopefully, it's nothing serious. But I want Chelsea to feel the strength of our squad on Tuesday. I don't want to out-football them. I don't want to play tiki-taka football. I want them to feel the full force of this squad that's been built for this manager, right? And he needs to start picking the team on merit. I don't have any expectations of Ødegaard because, like I said, the problem is physical. He's a very intelligent player. He's very good technically. We know that. but for some reason, he seems quite deficient physically, and that's a serious concern because he seems scared, putting tackles, winning duels. He's just frightened of getting physical contact, and that's a huge problem. No other player in our team has this problem. Even Eze, as much as people will say he's off form, I saw him against Kyra on Tuesday, putting his foot in, winning tackles. So everybody's capable of doing it. At this time of the season now, 6 months into the season, it's all about turning up and brutalizing people sometimes, brutalizing teams. You just need to whack them out of the way, impose your game, do whatever you need to do to get the 3 points and the win. So on Tuesday, I'm not trying to out-football Chelsea and get into this kind of pattern of football. No, we have a big squad. Let's impose it on them, make timely substitutions. Let's get the win. Let's move on. So when it's all said and done, I think our season could be great, guys. We are. Nat always says that we seem quite close but very far. We need to close that gap now. This is a huge opportunity for us to go and win something, get into the final on Tuesday, and we've got the advantage. We're at home, right? Chelsea haven't beaten us for how many donkey years? So we need to, get the job done on Tuesday and move on to Sunderland. This manager now, the challenge now is in front of him. He's got the gauntlet now. Grab the opportunity and make it happen. You've got all the tools now. You've got everything. We haven't got serious injuries. The squad now is set. Our defense, everybody's back. Calafiori is back in Capi. Everybody's back. Lewis Kelly can't even get in the team. So this squad now is there for the manager to take the challenge and go and win something. So let's hope we can dismiss Chelsea on Tuesday. I don't expect anything other than win. I don't want it to go to penalties. I don't want a close game where suddenly the referee decides it. We need a stress-free, no stress, no fussy. We don't want anything. We just want to get a simple win and move on. So hopefully we can do that. And I think as much as people like to say that, there's negativity, etc., everybody collectively here, and even the chap who jumped on, we all want to win something collectively, right? There is a collective agreement that we need to win something, and we've got the tools to do it. Let's go and do it Tuesday. Let's get Chelsea out of the way. Final Wembley. We've always done well at Wembley from the days we used to play. David Dean took us to Wembley to play Champions League football because we were rebuilding hybrid. Wembley is our second pitch. So let's get to the final and let's win side.
Go for the knockout, man.
Yeah.
I hear it. I hear it, man. Nah, big up to the whole panel, man. Big up Hard Volley, big up Macy, big up Nat, big up Quadra. You know what I mean? And big up Bay Ledge as well for jumping on. You know what I mean? You had
big
something, I called you out, you jumped on, you had to say, I have no problem with that. Didn't agree with you, but cool. You know what I mean? I have no problem with that. So it is what it is, man. Do you know what I mean? Over here on this side, even if you don't agree with me particularly or anyone, you can jump on. We can have a debate. That's why the link is there. It's not just for people that think the same way. And we can have a conversation. We can have a debate. You know what I mean? And just don't ever make the same mistake and think that, don't watch the whole context of the live stream. I just think we're all moaning. You know what I'm saying? So listen, big up to everyone that's locked in. We're going to redirect to Mike's, who's probably having a head loss after his 3-2 loss against West Ham. Northside raid on the way in, and I'll see you guys probably at midnight.